Hey, everybody, we're live. Hey. All right. Let's get it going. Here we go. All right, so we're live. Hey, everybody. We're doing another watch along here tonight. We're going to be doing NXT Takeover in your house. Should be a busy day. Oh, look, Todd Pettingale. I love that they brought Todd Pettingale back. 95.5 WPLJ. Scott and Todd in the mornings. All right. Cheers, everybody. Very cool. I'm excited for this. All right, let me put out that we're live. I'm curious how they're going to do this. God, I hope there's a new set. Please. Please have the the in your house set. That's cool how they did the green screen there. All right, let's put out that we're live. Get this party going. Pablo, what up? MG Geek, what up? Daniel. Intrigued. They better have that house set. Damn right, Daniel. All right, let's All right, let me get the link here. Let me share it. So this is the Pat McAfee. All right, let's let's go here. What's the hashtag tonight? NXT Takeover? All right, let me put it out that we're live on the other account. I should schedule these. I really should, but all right. All right, so let me go here. We got people coming in now. All right. So this has been interesting. I feel like this is the... All right. Yo, Faustino. What up? Faustino Vargas in the chat. All right, so this is going to be interesting. Good job on the graphics. Good job on the imaging here. This pre-show show starts in 26 minutes. All right, we put it on Twitter that we're live. Let's All right. Yo, Aaron Banks, what up? What time does the card start? The show... Whoa, this is not good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 1 2 1 2. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. All right, there we go. That's better. Show starts at 7 p.m. and it's going to be a quick show. It's only 6 matches, so you can imagine that we're going to be going through this really fast. So by 10 o'clock, the show should be over, which I absolutely love. I mean, that's the best part of NXT. They generally, I would have said the same for AEW, but AEW has been really bad at timing the shows. They've been running really late. The last show ended at 11:30, and I think that's an obscenely late time for a pay-per-view to end when you have, 2 hours of programming every week, plus an After Dark, which is another hour. Then you have WWE programming, NXT programming, Raw, SmackDown, everything else. Doing a 4.5 hour pay-per-view, it really comes off too long. Start the show at 7, 8, 9, 10. You're at 3. Yeah, 3.5 hours. Perfect timing. Yo, Jonathan, my boy. I'm here through the app, driving home. Jonathan's on his way home to join us for NXT Takeover in your house. Finn Bálor, Damian Priest. I'm looking forward to that match. Also, we got Keith Lee and Johnny Gargano. Let's run through the card here. What do you guys say? I know that they're doing it on the pre-show, but let's do our version, right? Mia Yim, Shotzi Blackheart, Tegan Nox, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Raquel González in a 6-woman tag match. I don't know where they're going to place that match. We'll see what happens there. Keith Lee, Johnny Gargano. I think this is a good... They got to continue this feud between the two, which I would love to see them keep doing. Hang on. Let's share this. Let's do this. Yo, Bachelor 3000, what up? Listen, in this crazy time, right, that we're living in, it's sometimes good. It's healthy for us to kind of escape. Just get a little escape from everything going on. And that's what we're here. That's why I'm... Oh, crap. Are you starting yet or no? No. Leave me alone. Later. No. The Deacon's here, guys. Already he's beginning. In a little bit. How much would you charge for your cameo? For me to do a cameo? $2. I do $5 cameos. Give you happy birthday requests. Happy birthday. Top of the hour. Giving away happy birthday requests. Let's see here if I could share this. Yeah, so Andrew will pay you to book him as a cameo. Electrifying Radio, what up? Mitsula. All right. Backlot Brawl. So, I don't know if you guys heard, but Backlash is pre-filmed. They're not doing the show live, which I find really bizarre. So, I'm debating if I should wait to kind of divulge some of the information that I was told over the last, I guess, 48 hours, 72 hours, whatever it is. I made a post saying that, it's quite possible we will start seeing people in the audience in the next couple of weeks. Next week or two for both AEW and NXT and Raw, SmackDown. I don't know why pre-recording the entire show for next week's pay-per-view this week is a pro for them. I would imagine they're doing that in preparation for allowing people to come into the venue. So maybe they're going to have to, do some work in the, that Sunday to prepare for Monday. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but if I'm going to kind of go based on the indications here, what has been told to me, I would imagine that show after Backlash would have a live audience to some capacity, or more people in the audience. They don't even have to go live, let civilians, and I'm using quotes for people listening, come into the audience, come into the building. They could just do staff and more staff and more staff and more staff and just fill in the arenas. I don't know. I know that they're getting very ready for this. They want to have as many people in the building as they can, as quickly as they can. They've done it responsibly. I know MG Geek's going to be on here in a couple minutes here with me. He's calling in, so he's going to be hanging out with us the next couple hours, moderating the chat, kind of filling the blanks when I need to go run off to the restroom. So they're getting ready. Both AEW and WWE are getting ready to let people in. Florida, they're in Florida, so they can right now, especially AEW, considering they are in Jacksonville, and the restrictions are way lighter in Jacksonville than they would be in South Florida. WWE, obviously, they're in Central Florida, so it's a different category there too. I would anticipate the next 2 weeks we're going to start seeing people in the building. Mitsula. Okay, let's do questions while we're doing this. Important question. Will they give the fans chairs, or will they make them stand like the NXT is? I believe they're going to be giving them chairs. I'm envisioning chairs once they start filling out the other side. What they can do, however, to kind of make this make sense, and I know MG Geek's here. They can do, hey, MG Geek. Can you hear me?
How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
It's fine.
Do you want to turn off your video?
Show. Yep. By the way, we got the same shirt on today.
Oh, you're wearing your Matman shirt? I see you with the Matman shirt. Good for you.
We got the memo.
You got the memo today.
Shut this off.
All right. And you're a little low. I don't know why. Let me see if I can pot you up here. There we go.
There.
All right. We potted you up. It was... All right. Let me see if I got...
All right. Check. Sound good?
Keep talking. You were breaking up.
Check.
Do you have a VPN running?
Good.
Nope.
Hang on.
You know what? Reset, because you're kicking in and out. Rich is over on Twitter. He's going to be live tweeting with us tonight. So it's just me. And then me taking your phone calls. By the way, we are going to be taking your phone calls. 888-828-1437. That's 888-828-1GFQ. Yo, Adam. All right, let me go through some of these questions here. What do you think? All right. Yeah, so I'm thinking what they could do is, you know how the performers are on the sides of the ramp? They could keep those guys over there, and then that's kind of plexied off the rest of the seating area and just put people in the seats, so you're separating the civilians and the performers. Any update on the set? All I see is Sam Roberts in the studio. I have no update on the set yet. I'm going to be honest. My source in NXT is not that great right now, since starts at 7. A lot of my connections are furloughed, or they're not there right now because of the limited capacity in those buildings. So it's been really slow getting information. I normally would have that info. I don't have it now. But I'm starting to see a change in the last couple of weeks, where, I'm getting more tidbits thrown at me. MG Geek, you there? No? Nope. I got nothing from him. All right. Send me your questions, guys, while we're doing this. This is my first NXT I've watched in months. Dude, Adam, you're not the only one. I think that's the case with a lot of people. This is their first NXT that they've watched in a very long time. They lost something for sure by going 2 hours. I would say I'm not saying it was a mistake going 2 hours. I'm not saying going on USA was a mistake, but obviously changed the entire dynamic of the product. This was a pre-taped, 4 episodes, one shot. They stick to booking. They stick to stuff. You don't see too many injuries playing a big part as far as storytelling goes, because you film at least 4 weeks out, so you kind of know where you're going to be. Now, doing it weekly, doing it live for 2 hours, instead of doing 4 shows a month, you're doing 8 technically now. Plus a pay-per-view once a quarter. So, you know what? I'm going to tell you, that hour show, I always said, 2 of the 4 in the set of tapings were really good. One was really good, one was okay, and the other 2 were duds. That's just how it always was when you're filming, everything in advance. That's just how it's always going to be. But it didn't bother me, the fact that I would watch a 1-hour product and be like, okay, that was okay. That wasn't terrible. That wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. It wouldn't really bother me as much as, watching a 2-hour show like that. Transfer and Heat Podcast here, hanging out with us. Electrifying Radio, hanging out with us. Rich is tweeting from the Matman account. He's going to be on Matman Podcast all night. His personal is BTC Rich, but he's going to be tweeting on the Matman account. So give us a follow there. Also, guys, hit the subscribe button here, please. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers. We're going to hit that. Next couple of weeks, we're going to hit 4,000. On our way to 10. This is my goal for this year. I want to grow this channel. I want to grow the YouTube channel, because all our viewers are listeners in reality. And, everybody just listens to the show. Nobody watches, which is crazy. You back?
Hello.
Oh, there you are.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Great. It sounds a little better.
A little better, yeah. What happened?
I had the mixer was all jacked out. The gate was super high.
There you go.
Moved a little out of the way. It didn't. So I fixed it.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Excellent. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with this, but overall, it has taken a lot of the luster out of NXT, and that luster was very needed for the main product. I think people.
What are we talking about?
NXT going to 2 hours versus the 1 hour, pre-taped shows that we had on the network.
I mean, I like it.
You're breaking up, dude.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me figure this.
You gotta. Let me see if I could do something here. Hold on.
All right.
I'm gonna drop your bandwidth down. All right. Anything there?
Deal. Better?
I'm killing my return to you. I'm gonna go 360p for my return to you. And
Okay.
you're in Chrome?
Yep.
And I could hear the delay between us. I could time it.
Can? Wow.
Yeah, I could time it. Yeah.
Right.
I'm counting almost a half a 500 millisecond delay.
All right. I'm gonna reboot everything, and I'll call you back as soon as I
let's
get
try
this
that.
figured out. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We may need to start a fund for MG Geek. Get him a new computer. So
yes, indeed.
Going 2 hours. It's kind of hurt it, but here's the other part that a lot of people don't put into consideration. Perception is everything, right? So when that NXT product is not as hot or a little stale, the main product will suffer from that because you're going in. You always think, well, WWE, we understand what it is, but NXT is this big thing. Now they're kind of meshing. Everything is kind of blending together, and that's not something WWE will benefit from. With that said, I mean, this pay-per-view, I'm positive this is going to be a great show, like always. These guys always do a phenomenal show. It's just a really good show. What do you want? Jesus Christ. What do you want? Egg. No, I had to turn this video off. You can't see what this guy's doing here. Can you do me a favor? Can you go put on pants? Jesus Christ. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. It's too early for this, dude. Too early. Oh, my God. Are you going to sit there the whole show? Is this what's happening? Oh, my God. I can't even... I could feel the delay. I could feel everything Deacon does deep in my bones. Okay. It's gonna, they're never disappointing, these takeovers, especially when you keep it at 6 matches. How could it be disappointing? You got big matches. Everybody's ready to go. Obviously it's difficult for these guys to be in front of nobody when, obviously this is a filler pay-per-view. They wouldn't have done this, but, well, maybe they would have. I don't know. Would they have done the show if the quarantine was not happening? Were we supposed to have a show now? I mean, I guess if we were, they would be in a 15,000 person building doing this pay-per-view. They never do them on Sundays. No, but they did do a Sunday when there was no direct pay-per-view on Sunday. Normally, they piggyback these on the big ones, but they did do individual pay-per-views on a Saturday. I don't like the Sunday pay-per-views. I don't think we need Sunday pay-per-views anymore, but there was a UFC pay-per-view yesterday, so it was kind of necessary. NXT 25, yeah, there you go. Yeah. So UFC was, so obviously they don't want to go head-to-head with UFC. They know that they share a lot of the same audience. There was a big UFC show, so I understand why they're a Sunday, but I hate watching pay-per-views on Sundays now. We really don't need that model to kind of happen. I understand why it was necessary, but now with on-demand and all this stuff, it's really not as necessary as it was. So phone lines are going to be open, so if you want to call in, you can call in 888 828-1437. That's 888-828-1GFQ. Show's going to begin here. So let's go through this card. We'll participate with the chat and we'll see what you guys think. Who you guys think is going to win? Tommaso Ciampa, Karrion Kross. I think Karrion Kross takes this. They really want to build this guy up, and if you've heard any interviews from these NXT guys in management, they're very impressed by this guy. A lot of these guys believe that there's something very special about him. We'll see how this plays out. Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai in a triple threat match. I think Charlotte retains by, I guess, pinning Io Shirai. So you could continue that Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair feud for SummerSlam, which I'm excited for. Finn Balor, Damian Priest singles match. I think Finn takes this. Damian Priest has not really done a hell of a lot in NXT. Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream in a backlot brawl. This was pre-taped already. If Dream loses, he will never be able to challenge for the NXT Championship until while Cole is still champion. So that should be a really good match. I was told he's doing a tribute to Prince because it's Prince's birthday today. I didn't confirm anything. It was just told to me this morning. So we'll see if that's the case. Keith Lee, Johnny Gargano. Keith Lee should take this. And then obviously Mia Yim, that 6-woman tag match that we discussed. So, I mean, loaded card. Loaded card. No, I mean, not complaining at all about it. Let's see. Let's see what the chat says. Sicilian Psychopath takes it. Kross takes it. Kross can't lose this soon. No, he can't lose this soon. Unless they do some shenanigans. You know, they do a typical WWE thing where they try to protect everybody but hurt everybody at the same time. They could do something like that. 4 years ago, I was at an FSW show in Vegas. And they had Killer Kross on and Shotzi Blackheart on it. Crazy to see them both in NXT tonight. Yeah, I know. Killer Kross would have been a... Honestly, I think he made the right choice by going to WWE. They'll be able to do a lot with him. I feel like until he's, tremendously established, he would have just been mixed up in everything in AEW. He kind of fits that look where you could kind of get lost if you're not super, super polished. The guy is great. He's very good. Him and Scarlett is a great act together. But I'm kind of glad he went to NXT rather than going to AEW. I think he would have been another unknown signing with AEW where you had a lot of the independent wrestling hardcores knowing him and then nobody else knew him. I got to tell you, here in the Northeast independent wrestling scene, I don't think a lot of people were familiar with him. From the people that I speak to, like Johnny Gargano was known. Tommaso Ciampa was known. All these guys, Ricochet was known because they were, you saw these guys in other places, but you also saw, Ricochet in New Japan. You saw a lot of these guys in Ring of Honor. They've been around, but Killer Kross just came on the scene as far as mainstream scene through Impact. So this was a good jump for him. I think he took the right turn by going to NXT. I don't think an AEW would have been as beneficial for his career. Kross was a staple on the West Coast. Yeah, exactly. He did a lot of the West Coast stuff. Didn't do much East Coast wrestling. All right, let me drop this down. Oh, God. That's so much better here. I had to pot that down. Charlotte in NXT is bizarre. I got to tell you, it feels weird seeing her, but I kind of welcome it. Having her there. I don't think it was necessary. Generally, when you put the title on someone like this, it's to elevate the title because you don't have the talent. You got to build a talent. I don't know if they generally feel that way about the current women's roster in NXT. I think they got a pretty decent roster. I don't think Charlotte is... unless Charlotte's going to make Rhea Ripley. I don't know if that's the story here or not. But her winning the title, I don't know how much that made her. Maybe they're going with the story that she beat Rhea Ripley for the title, but Rhea's going to beat her. So now there'll be this thing where, okay, you're the current, I'm the future, whereas I'm as good as you, and they'll build that whole thing up. I don't know. Electrifying Radio says, I would like to see Murder Hawk and Killer Kross match. I would love to see that. Love to see that. Ratings this week, somebody asked me earlier, were not great. They were in the 700,000s. They were fine, considering, the whole world's watching the news. So really, you're not going to get the most eyeballs. All right. Let's see here. There we are. Welcome back. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, in 1 second. I'm done. Literally nothing running but.
Oh man, it is so bad, your connection. I'm looking at this. Yeah, look at that. I'm looking at your dude, you're sending me like a half a second delay for your audio.
Wow. Yeah. All right. We just deal.
Well, we could just deal, or you could try to Skype me.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm gonna give me a few minutes. I'm gonna take the mic to the other computer upstairs and try that one.
Okay.
It's a little more and because we don't need a camera, so it should be a little better.
Okay.
I'll give me about 5 minutes.
Okay, no problem. Let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before the show starts, thoughts on FTR and Cornette podcast? Any chance Corny manages them? So I haven't heard the Cornette stuff. I think a lot of people know that Cornette is working everybody with this, but he touches on a nerve for a lot of people. Thank you, Bachelor. He touches on this nerve, and I can't imagine AEW wanting to bring that to them, especially currently with everything going on and what he alluded to in NWA. So I can't see that happening. But my God, you want to put heat on this team? Bring freaking Cornette in. Holy moly. As a TV product, that's great. Listen, Cornette's was one of the greatest managers of all time. He's so well spoken. He has a great mind when it comes to pro wrestling. I don't know how much his mind would do well in AEW. I think he does generally, he started off working everybody, but he does have heat with everybody at this point. I don't know how welcoming Cornette would be in that locker room. Or he could turn around and be like, listen, guys, I've been working you this whole effing time. But there's too much on that cult of Cornette. It's really engraved in them. So I don't necessarily know it's a smart idea for him to be like, hey, I was working everybody the whole time. Without that, I can't see him being in there. I think a female valet would suit FTR. Managers are good. I think they're doing it a little bit too much in AEW right now. Everybody has a manager. And not everybody needs a manager in that sense. Taz, Jake, Tully, Arn. It's a lot of managers out there. Ton. Brandy. I'm not sure I could handle his attitude. Cornette? I may duck back for the post show. Hey, dude, definitely come back. I need all your love today. It's been a rough week for everybody. Very rough week for everybody. Let's see. All right. This has been a big trick, by the way, guys. There is no paper. We're just going to watch the news and discuss politics the whole show. Right? That's what everybody wants. More political conversation. All right. All right, here we go. NXT, baby. WWE Network. Let's go back to Twitter and let everybody know that we're here. Oh, the old school intro. Top Pettingale, the voice of 95.5 WPLJ with Scott and Todd in the mornings. All right. Oh, please, dude, please have the set ready. I don't even want to see the LEDs. I just want to freaking see the set. I'll be so upset. That mullet, dude, it's Todd. Little info. Todd Pettingale and Scott and Todd in the morning. What was it, Scott Shannon? Scott Shannon and Todd did not speak. They did a show together for like 20-something years, 30 years. These guys have not spoken to each other in the last like 10. The show ended a couple years ago, but there was 10 years. These guys hated each other so much they would not speak. Good afternoon, Bradley. Oh, God, I hope they were doing a house. Oh, maybe they intend on doing more with these. Who the hell's this? What the hell? Who the hell? Is this the official theme of NXT TakeOver? In your house. I thought that was Damian Priest for a second. Are we playing the drinking game? Oh, yeah. What do we want to play? Let's do it, Kevin. What game are we playing? Pick the game. I thought it was Shotzi. I went wrestling, not terrible music. Yeah, Kevin, let's do a drinking game. What's the drinking game? Cheers, everybody. I'm having a white. What's everybody drinking? I'm having a White Claw tonight. Get the F out of here. They got the set. They got the set. Holy moly. Good on them. Look at that. Oh, good tequila, dude. I just got a bottle of 1942. All right, cool. They got the freaking set. What is happening here? This is all Triple H, by the way. There's some of these awful bands are all Hunter. Because he wants to keep it really heavy. Everything. All right. Who had the Rocks tequila? I had the Rocks tequila. It's phenomenal. We just finished the bottle because we're down. We've always been vodka, but we somehow got really into tequila. So I always have like a really nice bottle of 1942, and then I'll buy like everything. You know, I'll have like different ranges. Is that Todd from Breaking Bad on bass? Guys, by the way, if you want to help us out while we do the shows, obviously everything is appreciated. Patreon.com/MattManPodcast. You can go there, fund us as little as $1 per episode. It helps, goes a long way. Helps with the beer, helps with the food every time we do shows. Also, Mat Men Podcast t-shirts. If you want to join the crew, you could go to prowrestlingtees.com/MatMenPodcast. Get a t-shirt there. Mat Men t-shirt there. Also, hit that dollar button in the chat. Become a super chat. Show your support for the show by hitting that $ button. You can fund us whatever you want. Let's make this fun. Here we go. NXT Takeover. Love it. Good job with getting the crowd. They're not social distancing, these people. I don't see 6 feet apart. Someone report them. I thought that was Big Cass for a second. Dude, that freaking looks awesome! It's so dumbed down, it's freaking perfect. Look at that. Faustino, $10. Did she just come out in a little tank? Get out of here. Love it. Love that there's a new set there. Let's get this started, boys and girls. Faustino. Dude, I know. I was joking. I'm joking about the spacing. Nice. All right, good to start this with. It's Tegan Knox. Thomas, what up? Rich. I love you, Rich. Cheers. All right. They have to be happy that they're back in Full Sail compared to the Performance Center. That has to be really helpful for them because they have a lot of the stuff is there. Obviously, the Performance Center is. Oh, Photoshop is open. Hold on. Photoshop is open. Share on my tweet. What are we sharing? Share it on my tweet. Okay. So, Jonathan, do me a favor. Tag Mat Men Podcast with that image that you sent me before, because it's hard for me to go back and forth. And we'll retweet the contest. Get people to Photoshop me.
Hello,
All
hello.
right. Hello. You're back.
Yes, I am. Sorry about that. We'll see how this works.
Yeah,
hopefully I'm a little better.
You know, it could not be you. It could be, I don't know if you want to try. Did you go to beta.vmixcall.com?
No. I didn't go to beta. I'm just on the regular one.
Try that. And I just did allow direct peer-to-peer, so I don't know if you want to try that. You want to reconnect and try that now.
Okay, which one is it?
Go to beta.vmixcall.com and reconnect like that.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, let's try that. Anybody need a shower after that song? Yeah, I think all of us. Team Zubek. Photoshop together Lex Luger and Freddy Krueger. Flex Krueger. He works out. No. The Photoshop content is manipulating me, and we got a call. Let's take this. Call, you're on the air. Who's this? And where are you calling from?
What up, sweet baby? Bachelor 3000.
Yo, hello, my sweet baby. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Just waiting for not waiting. Just, watching like everybody else.
All right, so what are you drinking tonight?
Herradura.
Oh, nice. All right, cheers to Bachelor 3000.
Cheers.
So here's a question while the first match begins. By the way, love this new set. It looks so different. It really looks like they're in a whole different building. They need to bring these sets back for these shows. I think this is a realization for these guys. It looks so different. They got to do this now, especially in the performance set at Full Sail. They could have small sets and make it look great. So here's a question for you. When did you start listening to the show?
During the beginning, like as soon as it started.
Oh my God, I've never seen. How come I've never heard of you before? Jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about the actual show.
Me, yeah, us.
I want to say maybe, I guess 4 years ago, but
holy moly!
But it was the Full of Baloney episode that you did with where you made the Dusty Rhodes impersonations. That's when I was like, okay,
holy
I gotta save this guy. Listen to him every single week.
That's amazing because I remember that episode.
Yeah, that's by far my favorite episode of all time.
Listen here, Backlot 3000. Hi. I'm doing a show. Why? Because I have to work. I got to make some money. You want nice stuff, don't you?
Hey, little sweet babies.
Hello, my little sweet babies. All right, come say hi fast, and you got to go. Say hi. Say hi. Okay, now you got to go.
Hey, little one.
All right, close the door. Thank you. So she took a mean bump on her face.
Yikes.
Yesterday. She was running outside and just smashed right down. Where's Deacon? Did you serve? Where's Deacon? Deacon will pop in again. He was here. Anthony, what up? Kevin, what up? So, my God, 4 years. I can't believe that Rich and I have been doing the show since 2012. So we're 8 years into the show. I think that's, no, more than 9 years in. 2011 we started this.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. So give me the match before I let you go, because the lines are lighting up right now. Give me your top,
Sure.
And then of course call in again. But give me your top matches and who you think is gonna win.
Okay, my top matches is I definitely want to see Kross and Ciampa wrestle. Of course you got to let Kross go over. It's being his first pay-per-view, so to speak. The other match that I really want to see is the triple threat ladies match. Huge Io Shirai match, Mark. So hopefully she'll pull it out, but I think Charlotte will probably keep.
Yeah, I think Charlotte should keep it, or you know what? You have Charlotte lose, but not lose, and then you have the blow off at SummerSlam, which I think is a great ending to this feud. You know, Charlotte could go back to SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah, I could agree with that, but I really love what she's doing on both. I guess on NXT, as well as how she plants herself into Raw and SmackDown every now and then.
Oh yeah, no. I think she's been doing a phenomenal job. I think a lot of people are too harsh on Charlotte. I think she doesn't fit, and this is my honest opinion. I think she doesn't fit the fantasy of a lot of people, where certain other wrestlers do, and they're very critical of her. But she's, if you watch wrestling, like watch her work, she's unbelievable.
I think she's light years. She's light years ahead of everybody else. She wasn't, I want to say 3-4 years ago, but
no.
I'd say.
I think there's a lot of talk, we discuss, and before I let you go, so the lines are coming, but we always discuss, guys like Matt Riddle, right? Matt Riddle has that Kurt Angle thing where he showed up. I think I saw his 10th match, and he was unbelievable. Like his 10th match I was like, oh my God, this guy's great.
Right.
And then I saw 2 years later, I saw him again. I was like, I can't believe he got even better, like at the level that he was. You're not really seeing it shine in NXT with Matt Riddle, but this guy is one of the best in the world. I mean, I've seen him live so many times. He's unbelievable. Another guy with that is Kurt Angle. We heard the stories of him coming in, never working a match in his life, barely taking a bump. Going in there, that first clinic that Tom Pritchard was putting on in that warehouse that they had. And within, 8 cycles of doing moves, this guy had it. He was bumping better than guys that have been doing this for 10 years. So Charlotte is one of those people. 130%, she's one of those people. I don't think she gets the recognition from, wrestling purists as much as she should.
Do you think it's because of her lineage?
I think a little bit is that. I think it's. I think she's so believable in her character of who she represents. She is. I think some people think that that's her, and it kind of comes into play here. I'm gonna try to be careful how I say this, and since I got people on the phone here, I think you guys can kind of fill it in if I screw it up. Again, I think she is out of reach for a lot of people. And I'm not saying like looks-wise only, right? Personality, the way she carries herself, she's above you. And that's intimidating to certain people. And they kind of equate that in to liking her or not liking her. They see the character, but they kind of fall into this trap.
Well, I mean, but that's the whole purpose of wrestling.
It's the whole purpose of wrestling, my friend. Exactly. The whole purpose of it.
Your little face, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, thank you so much for calling in, man. Always a pleasure. One of our top funders here on the show, and of course, one of our top chatters in the show. Call back in a little bit.
All right, sweet baby.
All right, sweet baby. See you later. Phone number 888-828-1437. That's 888-828-1GFQ. MG Geeks here. Yeah. So, what do you think of my theory about Charlotte?
Your theory about Charlotte?
Yeah. Did you hear it or no? You were still connected.
I heard part of it. I'm getting stuff together. But yeah, my thing on Charlotte is, I think she is. I think you said she's a bigger star than everybody else. Is that where you were going?
You know what? I want to
presence. Okay.
I'm trying to articulate this the way that it's playing out in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I think her character of being this bitch, it comes out of someplace real. Obviously, I'm not saying that that's who she is, but it's coming out of a real trait that she has.
Would the word smug be a better word?
Maybe smug, but it's a phenomenal character, and you know, I know people that know her personally, and she's amazing. You know, she's a great person. So I think there's this bizarre. You know who else gets it? Tessa Blanchard, right?
Yep.
And I'm not forget about all the stuff that recently that came about Tessa, right? But when you're looking at them on camera, right? You look at Tessa Blanchard, you look at Charlotte Flair. There's a lot of similarity there with the way that they present the character.
Swag. Swag is the word I'm going to use.
It's this cocking. Yeah, it's a swag, you know. And you got to remember, these are people that have been in the business since they were born.
Right.
Tessa Blanchard, look who her parents are. You got Tully, one of the greatest of the 80s. You know, that unbelievable heat, tremendous heel, and her stepfather's Magnum.
Oh yeah, she's born into it.
I mean,
can't say enough about where Charlotte's come from too.
Yeah, she's a Flair. This is actually a pretty decent match. And what do you think of the set?
I'm sorry. Oh,
what
the set? Oh, I like it. It literally matches the logo. It does.
I'm trying to.
It's a house. Why not?
Yeah, love it. They've done a great job at this.
It looks very. Now, from what I've been told, what I've heard is there's going to be a lot of callbacks and things like that and cameos. I know they already had Todd Pettengill.
They had Todd Pettengill on. Yeah, I'm trying to find a good photo of the set if anybody has it. I need to make a post here.
One rumor I had heard, I don't know if you heard this too, we're talking about the triple threat, because I think that's going to be the match of the night too. One thing to bring up with that is I'm hearing Io Shirai's getting called up. Have you heard this?
I've heard a lot of people getting called up. By the way, this is I don't know what this means, but this is interesting. WWE on Fox is live tweeting NXT.
Who is?
WWE on Fox.
Oh, yeah, they've been live tweeting it.
That is a
that account, whoever runs that account is superb. Absolutely a great follow.
So I'm going to tell you something. I know who runs that account, and that person is great. I also know who runs the USA account, the USA WWE.
But they don't. But you don't ever see that one shit. Tweet.
I'm going to tell you.
The Fox one tweets all of them.
It's the USA Network account. I just got word from USA saying that they're on pause, considering the whole world is falling apart right now. They don't find it appropriate to do it.
A mess.
Okay, understandably, but the USA technically should be doing the NXT stuff, not Fox. I want you to think about that, okay? I want you guys. I'm not going to say anything, but I want you guys to think about that on who's tweeting this right now, okay? So maybe give it, I don't know. Maybe in a year you'll see something change.
I think that Fox I think they're way more enthusiastic about WWE in general.
Listen, it's quite possible that we start seeing this on Tuesday nights on FS1.
That'd be great.
Oh, look at this. The ice cream bars. Oh my God. Do you know whose voice that's supposed to be?
Hold on.
Oh my God. Considerations paid for by the following. Considerations paid for Sir Alfred Hayes.
Where are they? He's
dead.
That's not him though. That's
No.
that sounded like William Regal. That's who it sounded like.
It could have been, yeah, but it's supposed to be Alfred Hayes. He died in Sir Alfred died in 2005.
I was gonna say it's been a while.
Considerations paid for by the following.
This does have an old school feel, but I love it. All right,
Oh
all
my
right,
God,
time
are we
to go
gonna
crack one. Hang on.
Yeah, so I think you guys should look at that's far deeper, by the way, than just Fox deciding to tweet about NXT. I mean, she's a monster, Rhea. They've really you want to talk about getting, getting your package put together as far as an athlete goes. WWE, I don't think anybody could do it the way that WWE does when they take a talent, they build that talent, they present that talent, they figure it out. I don't think anybody else could do it other than them. AEW's, they're still new. WCW is never able to do it well. They can't come up with gimmicks. They can't come up with, booking, stuff like that. Oh, man.
Hey, WCW did Goldberg.
Dude, I think we got a new T-shirt here.
We do.
I think we got a new T-shirt.
Uh-oh.
I think we got a new T-shirt. Let's see if I could do this here. Okay, so we're getting Finn Balor, Damian Priest next.
Damian Priest and his voice from
Deep
hell.
Voice. Yeah.
Freaking Satan.
Uh-oh. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
What do you guys think of this?
Enchante Club. That is fantastic. I love the feathers.
Yeah, that's great. I think we need to make that into a shirt. So here comes Damian Priest here. Big showcase for Damian Priest.
Oh, I like that entrance.
Yeah. Nice showcase for him. Can somebody get me a good image of the set? Have they not posted this? Let's see.
Oh.
I wasn't impressed with Priest until we saw him at a live show. He was a beast. Yeah, dude, Kevin, the guy is great. I don't know. And by the way, he's not young. He's 38.
He had one match on as Punishment Martinez on whatever the December ROH show is, about 3 years ago that I really liked, and that's the only match I've really seen of his.
Yeah, no, he was really good in ROH. I think Finn is going to be called up sooner than later. Yes, Finn's going back up. I was told after SummerSlam a while ago, but I don't know now. I have no idea.
Yeah. So just to recap, I know you were talking a little bit about this, but we are expecting crowds soon. You and I have kind of been going back and forth on this.
Yeah, so we should be getting a crowd. I'll go into it again. Hey, we got a sweet baby here. Sweet baby Rich.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Sweet baby Rich.
Am I in the house?
Rich is in the house.
What's up, guys? How are you?
You're making a special appearance very quick, right?
Special appearance. No, I'm gonna stay here for the long haul.
Nice.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna pop in and out. I want to watch the weirdo Damian Priest match with you guys.
All right, let's do that. He makes you uncomfortable. Tap your mic for me. Yeah, can you swap your mic? Just in the, it's not on.
You know what? I'm gonna have to do the settings. Give me 1 second.
Oh, no. In the beta, you could do it right there, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So in the beta, there's a little gear on the bottom. Just click the gear.
Mm-hmm.
and then click on the mic. Click on your audio source.
See, you didn't tell me about the beta.
Yeah, the beta's great.
Today.
No, the beta's phenomenal. Makes life a lot easier. Aaron Banks says, Rich, Jonathan, tweeted you the NXT set. Okay, let's see this.
Is that better?
No, reset it. Reconnect.
Oh my god. All right. Goodbye.
Sorry.
Is that better?
We're having technical difficulties today.
No, tap on it.
How much better is that, baby?
No, you're not on there.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah, it's all right. I could hear you.
You know what? Give me like 2 seconds. Let me
right.
Let me mess with some cables.
Here they go. Finn Balor, Damian Priest. Finn Balor, they had a lot larger plans for him. By the way, this is the moment. You guys want to ask questions? This is the moment to do it because there's a lot of stuff that I plan on talking about on the show, and then for whatever reason, I forget or I forget.
We didn't even. One thing I forgot to mention, we didn't get into the Nia Jax stuff on there's a show this week. So after you ended the show, I went, oh crap, they didn't even talk about that. It was such a big talking point last week. Nia Jax killing people.
Let's see. Lighting is off today in that building, huh?
It does look different.
Yeah. I wonder if that's the same set that they just took out of the warehouse.
Is this better?
Oh, so much better.
Oh, yeah. You heard it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sexy voice, Rich.
So Rich, here's a question for you.
Sure.
What do you think happened to Finn Balor's run in NXT? Do you think it was just lackluster, or do you think that this current one, or do you think that it was the whole global pandemic that kind of put the kibosh on it?
I think they asked him to do a favor, and he did the favor. And then he asked them to do a favor, which was, hey, give me some time off so I can get married. And then he did. And then the pandemic happened. And now it's kind of like, all right, I guess I'm here. What do you guys want to do with me? I guess I'll put some guys over.
Yeah.
I mean, Damian Priest is an interesting dude to put him with. I mean, like, the guy's got a great look. Big. You were saying the other day that you're not a big fan of his promos because they sound like he's RoboCop.
Yeah, he makes me very uncomfortable. Creep.
Come on, creep.
Come on, creep.
But also, like, I'm confused. I think everybody else is also confused. Like, is Finn a heel or a face at this point? Or is he part of that phasing out that WWE likes to do where there's no real heels and no real faces?
I don't know.
You know?
And I think it's bizarre because he's such a baby face. I mean, he's a great heel, but he's a really good baby face that people get behind. This guy has had a lot of stop and starts in his WWE run.
Unfortunately.
And just sometimes you got to think, if he did not get injured with Seth Rollins in that Universal title match, he would have been the first, obviously he was the first Universal champion, but that run that he had would have been very different. Kevin Owens would not have gotten it and lost to Bill Goldberg. I think a lot of people forget, like, the weird spiral that we went down when that injury happened with him.
It was a very, I think for us fans, I think we were all like, holy shit, they put the belt on Prince Devitt, right? And then the injury threw everything off, and you're 100% right. Now, my question is,
24 hours.
Yeah,
I'm totally forgetting about this. Like, I feel like I have zero memory when it comes to, like, modern wrestling. Did KO ever get the belt back?
The Universal? No.
Right, he just lost it to Goldberg, and that was it.
Or
did he have like a run with it later?
Well, there was a lot of conversations here, right? Because you got to also remember, he was involved in that Jericho stuff too, right?
So good.
It's quite possible that would have been a title. That would have been a Universal title match. That big, a big match for them. And then maybe you could have seen Jericho with that Universal title. The Bill Goldberg thing kind of threw a monkey wrench in everything. The return of Bill Goldberg. Bálor getting hurt threw a gigantic monkey wrench in this. It was so many moving parts. I mean, you're talking about 2016, right? When this title came out. Yeah. That's 4 years ago. 2017 maybe? 3-4 years ago, whatever it is. I can't remember the exact year. But, a guy like Bálor should have been elevated to to that AJ Styles spot. I think that would be the good comparison here. I think Styles kind of filled in that void of Balor being downgraded a little bit.
It's real easy to make that comparison too.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Well, I'm not talking about the quality wise. I'm saying that somebody filled in. Obviously, when you get hurt like that and you're gone for an extended period of time, your stock plummets. And I think for them, AJ was the guy to catapult.
I'll agree with that. I think in terms of styles, it seems like AJ was always down to play ball. You know what I mean? Because like, regardless, remember when like guys used to come to the company and they would bring their own like wrestling style, right? And we would see that every so often until you started noticing like, oh, there's this blanket WWE style, and Finn Balor was a victim of that. When he was on the main roster, his matches became like Rey Mysterio matches in the respect that they were super predictable. It was like just very uniform, and then putting him back on NXT, I think, made it a lot better for him. But AJ Styles also falls almost into that uniform pattern that they like to jam guys into. It's kind of funny how like, you know, they'll say like 2 months of this guy showing off. Like Nakamura is another good example. Yeah. Right? Like Nakamura in NXT.
Great example.
Awesome. Nakamura, first 2 months on the roster, awesome. And then now it's just like, okay, headlock, arm drag, jump, leapfrog, whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's very uniform to that WWE style. And I think that style is because they're on the road so long that they don't want these guys getting hurt, right?
Yeah, I think, all of it is absolutely accurate. They're on the road a lot. They want to, obviously, these guys are looking at, I want to work here as long as I can, and I want to save as much money as I can. I want to make as much money as I can, because this is where you end your career, generally. This is going to be the big bucks that you make. So everybody wants to be a little bit smarter.
But is it now that the landscape is starting to change?
I would have said pre-pandemic. I would have said landscape is changing tremendously. I think now AEW and everybody else are going to be doing a lot smarter hires. I think we're past the whole we're past the bidding war for talent. Yeah, we're gonna everybody's lowering their price. By the way, this is a phenomenal match. They're doing a great job with this. Finn Balor looks so good. Go ahead,
Can we just talk for just a second about Damian Priest's white lace sexy pants?
Oh, yeah, he does have white lace sexy pants. By the way, also, Kevin, it is white lace sexy pants. Kevin actually hit the nail on the head here. He goes, I don't have any real sense of time in WWE history. 6 months feels like 3 years. 5 years feels like 2 weeks.
Last week.
So accurate.
Last week. I mean, he's absolutely right. There really is not a sense of time in this company.
No, not at all. I think in the last 15 years, it's just they want to do like, it's not even about wrestling, right? It's just evergreen stuff that they can somehow package at some point into a highlight reel, and that's it. And then like, you know, at some point they were the be all end all of like, I gotta get to WWE. But now, listen. The indies, before the pandemic, the indies were doing good. Dudes were supporting themselves, paying their rent, paying their bills on the indies, paying their rent in Europe, paying their bills, like working in Europe, working in England. AEW comes along. These guys are working once a week. Oh my God, it's the best, right? So I think after all this is over, WWE is going to have to really step up their game in terms of like talent, creativity, what they're giving these guys, and what they can do on TV every week.
Man.
Yeah. By the way, these guys are moving 100 miles an hour right now.
They
are not doing a very WWE style match. This is
more of a Japan style match.
I was going to say Ring of Honor Japan. Yeah.
I was about to say ROH too.
They're moving very fast in this match. I'm actually really surprised.
That Razor's Edge onto the apron. Ooh.
Do you guys see?
Did you see that shot they have?
Oh yeah.
Do you guys see
the hoving?
Do you guys see Damian Priest on the main roster at all?
We were just talking about that before you called in. I don't know. The guy is really good. I don't know if he's like main roster really good. Like, I don't know where he'll perform better, you know, here or the main roster. He could be a Baron Corbin where he goes to the main roster and they start pushing him heavily.
Or they start tweaking his character.
Or they start tweaking his character over there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think in NXT he's going to have... My God, that spinning kick. Another 360 roundhouse by Damian Priest. Holy moly, this guy's great.
Is that what you guys were talking about? Because you were like, he's 38 and really talented, and I was like, ooh, Andrew's talking about me.
Yeah. I always say that. That's how I talk about you all the time. I don't talk about anything. I'm
really
like,
talented.
Rich is 38 and really talented.
I'll be 39 in a month. You believe that?
I cannot fucking believe
Dang.
that. No, I can't. Considering I think you were 16 when we became friends.
Maybe 15.
Maybe 15. My God.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Big choke slam off the top has Finn Balor. They're doing something here. I'm gonna tell you, I don't care for Beth Phoenix on commentary.
Really?
Yeah. Don't care for her.
Mind
Why is that?
She's okay.
Doesn't do it for me. You know what I hate? The fake aggressive voice that they all do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Deacon just came in and said, "I like her muscles."
I want to see the Deacon dance. I missed him the other day when I was at the studio.
I was having trouble earlier.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, look how much it feels different with having just some people there. Oh, look, they've extended all the way on the other side. I'm curious what's happening behind them if they have people on that side too.
It feels like, you know what it feels like, an indie show. It feels like
it does.
A PCW show.
This is
the way
feels like
it's lit and everything.
It feels like Beyond, where like the crowd kind of blacked out a little bit, right? And like the camera work is still very good.
He got me a fancy Slim Jim.
Oh man.
Uncured salami stick. Thank you. No nitrates. Thank you.
Oh wow.
Sea salt and pork. Let's try this.
No, you're gonna eat that on the air?
I'm gonna eat it right now.
I was
baby.
almost gonna wear my Batman shirt, so we matched.
MG Geek's wearing his.
I have to.
Yes,
I can't see him. I can't see him. He's probably lying to you, and he's probably just wearing Jello.
I hope so. No, I saw his shirt, but I like.
It's a good spot. He's gonna do the Razor's Edge onto.
Oh my God.
Ooh! Ow!
Oh my God!
Ooh. Damien, that looked like an awful bump right there.
I think. Oh yeah, that did not look good.
Oh, I hit the edge, dude.
Oh.
I borrowed these pants from my stripper sister. How many girls at Sapphire wear those pants?
God! All of them have those.
Mm-hmm.
He took that nice.
Listen, I love strippers. I'm cool with sex workers, but like you can always tell when a man or a woman works in the sex industry by their daily choice of wardrobe.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I have a very good friend. I'm not going to name names. I have a very, very close friend, and she works in the industry. And on occasion, I'll use her for photo shoots. And then when I give her the wardrobe choice, I'll be like, oh, it's like casual mom or like fit mom or like fit whatever. Like
she's like, I don't know.
I have to like super dumb it down because I know she'll show up in like a see-through top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She'll show up in Damian Priest's pants.
Phenomenal. By the way, great match. Very good match. Bálor took the win, but very good match for both of them.
Called it. We both called it, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I also think these guys are doing the NXT guys seem to know how to put on a better show in this building than the WWE, the main roster guys. I don't know if you noticed that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They know how to work the building compared to, they've been working that building for years. Just knowing it's a tiny little nuances of working in that environment. By the way, I hate the coup de grace. He needs to get rid of that as a finish.
Why do you hate the coup de grace?
I hate the coup de grace. I hate it.
I know you do.
Long.
I love it.
It takes too long. It's not. It's just he's just jumping on the guy, and this guy does some phenomenal moves. It doesn't seem like it's a very
How
fun move.
did you feel about Kip Sabian doing it the other day?
I hate everybody doing it. I hated Del Rio's thing. Del Rio's made me the
Oh,
most
the stomp?
uncomfortable. Yeah.
Well, the ones okay,
that was the
that's a very- that's a very,
Paraguayo stomp though.
lucha. Yeah, that's a very lucha thing too, where the opponent has to. It's hard to get in there logically, right? To grab the ropes and hang on. Because if I'm if I'm getting stomped on, I'm definitely not holding the ropes. You know.
I don't think he could do the 19 whatever, the Sunday Bloody Sunday.
1914.
Yeah.
1916.
He does do it.
1912.
1916. He does
Edge
do
and
it.
Christian reunion. Great.
Hello?
Oh, who's there?
Is that Jonathan?
What's up?
Hold on. It is Jonathan, but I got a call. Let me take this call. Hang on. Call, you're on the air. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Adam from New Hampshire.
Adam. Hey, welcome in. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, brother?
Nothing much. Enjoying the
Hey,
show.
so
Having a couple of drinks.
What's up, Adam? How you doing?
If we're talking about finishes if we're talking about finishes
Hi.
that we hate,
Hello.
I hate the 619 that Rey Mysterio does.
Is that his
That's not his
finish?
finish.
I forgot if that's his finish.
Yes.
His finish
Whatever.
is the
Either way, I hate the move because
his
everyone
finish
always has
is
to be in
the
that very
619 into
specific-
the butt drop.
By the way, we
Everyone
just
has to-
missed. I don't know if you guys saw. Adam Cole did the Ico Pro commercial that Bret Hart did.
So good.
So freaking good,
Oh,
man.
I'm watching it right now.
No, I agree
I'm
with
like
you.
a
The 619,
couple
not a great finish. By the way, you guys everybody should call in with their finishes that they hate. 619, I'll accept. That's fine. I'm not a big fan.
That's
of
not
that.
a finish though.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because the setup is so specific. You never see anyone in that position any other time other than that move.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
It's
The worst
ridiculous.
one ever. The worst one ever he gave. I don't know if you remember this. 2 Royal Rumbles ago, maybe 3. John Cena and Roman Reigns, getting on the ropes together, and Cena going, "Come over here so he can do it both to us."
Yeah.
Like you heard him calling the shot, and I'm like, "Oh, that looks so gaudy."
Yeah.
And then he did the
what
did the move.
He stopped doing that weird that weird what was that thing where he flipped off or he didn't flip, he jumped off the rope and gave him a neck breaker or something.
What
Yeah,
happened to
he might not be-
Candice? Can we talk
You know
about
what I'm talking about?
Candice?
She's
and how...
seriously from she's
We gotta
seriously
finish.
from
We gotta
Game
finish
of
talking
Thrones.
about the finishers. I
Oh,
want
okay,
to
yeah,
explore this.
Okay, let's
So,
go through
like,
more. Give me
so-
yours, Rich.
So Ray does the 619 into what is now like him just sitting on a dude's chest, right? Like he'll 619 a guy,
Oh,
and then he'll get on the top rope, and then he'll like jump and sit
It
on a
used to
guy's
be a
chest.
sit on
straight
you.
splash.
Right, and then like at some point he did Eddie's frog splash, right?
He did do Eddie's frog splash, yeah.
What is my least favorite finisher? Ooh, that's a good. You know what? MG Geek, what's yours? I gotta think for like
I'm
2
racking
seconds.
my brain right now. I know I'm doing the same thing. I'm like, oh man, the minute we stop talking about this, like 10 of them will come at me.
What's
Let's
Gargano's
see.
finisher, and what's Ciampa's finisher?
That's a good question.
Ciampa has that oh god, what is it? It's
Exactly.
it's kind of
see?
like Crossroads. Yeah.
Yeah, it is like, yeah, what does he
Okay.
call it? I forgot what he calls it.
Fairy tale ending.
Okay.
I knew that would come to
And then doesn't Gargano do a crossface? What's Gargano's?
yeah, he
the
did
air raid?
Gargano escape.
Yeah.
I think a good finisher you can do from anywhere, right? And I understand why Andrew doesn't like the coup de grace. I feel like that's your least favorite finisher.
That is my least favorite finisher. I'm sure there's another one that I'm not a fan of.
Mhm.
I
was
trying to
never a
think
fan of the
anything else.
clothesline from hell.
No, see, I love a good clothesline.
I
Love
like
a good
a close-
clothesline. I like
Clothesline
anything
from
with
hell.
big impact. I want something with big impact. I don't like
Mhm.
like for the coup de grace, he goes up there, he takes a while, he climbs up and then just jumps on it. I want like a big impact move. Like I think that was
Are you
that's- Go ahead.
Are you upset
like
because
the
you and Finn Balor almost have the same body type?
Yes, yeah, that's why I'm very upset. Finn Balor and I have the same exact, very similar
And-
body types.
And you're like, I would never do that to another person.
I would never do that. I would never just jump on you with my abs like that.
Ooh, Kevin Robinson says, Bailey to belly. I agree with
that's
that.
another
Bailey to
yeah,
belly.
you know what?
Not,
Good one.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
I hate the Superman punch.
Superman punch. That's another stupid.
Okay.
What is he
that's
wearing
pretty bad.
today?
That's really bad.
Rich?
He's got a cape.
He's got a
Capes are always-
key.
capes are always acceptable.
I like how you go to me to
Yeah, because he's always doing comic book stuff.
I think this is a video game one.
Is it?
Yeah,
maybe.
and I don't know what it is. Sorry.
Let's see. Aaron Banks, $5. Thank you, brother. Do you guys have an opinion on Danhausen? If you know who that is.
Yeah.
If not, watch a video of YouTube Danhausen interview ROH stars. Yeah, he does good stuff. I'm not that familiar with his stuff.
I like Danhausen. He reminds me of this dude that's also he's in the metal community. There's this group of dudes who do 2 minutes to late night. Dr. Mayer, if you want to look him up, and like Danhausen it's almost like the same kind of gimmick, except one dude is just like a metal host and one dude is a wrestler.
This guy's a big boy.
What's Keith Lee's finisher?
I don't know. I you know what? I
Is it
can't.
Big whoopsie.
The big whoopsie? Is that what you said?
He does a moonsault, doesn't he?
Who said the big whoopsie?
No, Jonathan did.
No, was it Jonathan or was it no? It was Adam.
Caller. Yeah. It was
Oh, okay.
Hey, here's a question, Jonathan. What's
Sorry.
your least liked finish?
I
Hold
told you
on.
Superman punch.
I got a deacon moment.
Yeah, this guy asked his question and just like his concentration is not there. Jesus, every day.
He just slammed right into the studio with something. I have no idea what he's doing. Sorry, Jonathan. Go ahead. What's your least liked finish?
I said
Superman
the
punch.
Superman
He said
That's
that
it?
shit like 20 times.
Nothing
dude.
else? That's it. Give me another one.
Duperman punch.
The spear.
The
spear is
regular
the worst.
punch. I like a
The
good
spear is
spear.
terrible.
I like a spear depending on who's doing it. You know what? I never
But
like
whose
the edges.
spear? Whose spear do you like?
Goldberg.
I hate
Love it.
rhinos.
You hate the
Right.
Goldberg?
See,
the
I
only
don't
one
like
that makes
Goldberg.
You know what? We got 5 guys on the call right now, right?
Yeah.
All right. Starting with Andrew, and then MG Geek, then me, then Jonathan, and then the caller. Give us your favorite spear. Andrew, go.
Favorite spear of all time?
No, just who does your favorite spear? Don't extrapolate.
Goldberg.
Just
Goldberg.
give me.
Goldberg.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
MG Geek, it's your turn.
Roman Reigns, especially when they have the camera angles when he comes out of nowhere. that
He's got
that
the hair
looks
going, right?
best. Yeah.
Rhino. Right? Even though it's not a spear, it's a gore. Rhino. For my money,
Same thing.
always look
move.
the best.
Anybody? Whose spear do you like the least?
Ryback.
I would say Roman.
Really.
Roman barely connects.
I'm gonna go Edge.
Looks like he's just hugging.
I
them
got
fast.
one. I got one that is the most unrealistic, and that's Kairi Sane when she does it.
Oh, Kairi Sane, that's a good one.
All right.
Yeah, because she's so tiny, doesn't look like she could actually bowl you over that way.
Yeah, Keith Lee's finish is like a jackhammer.
Mr. Gonzo, are you standing up while you're talking to us?
No.
I feel like you're standing up in the middle of a room and just like pontificating.
On a yeah, I expect him to do that every time he comes on.
I do that often.
Yeah.
That's how I
I
do
sent
it.
you a Photoshop, Andrew.
Oh, there's another one. Let's see.
Yeah, I
Good.
sent it a while ago.
I have one for you, Jonathan, if you don't mind. Again, I love hearing your voice. You're a beautiful person. I want Enchante to just be like pooping out a stream of potatoes. Do you know about the potato thing, Jonathan?
Yeah. I got the potatoes.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about with the potatoes, right?
Yeah.
This is some dum gave this guy a potato and this guy ate it on the train and he got real sick for like 3
Oh,
weeks.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar. All right.
I took
I'll
a
see if I
person's
can have that
potato
by
and
the
I
end of
almost
this
died.
Photoshop.
I think that's how the
At the
whole
end of this
coronavirus thing was set up. The
Were you patient
Persian man
zero?
hating potatoes.
Were you potato zero?
I was potato zero. You know what? What do you think of this? Okay, I think it was Road Dogg in an interview. He said that if Johnny Gargano had the size of Karrion Kross, he would probably be the world champion right now.
100%. 100%, dude. If he was a foot taller, if him, Adam Cole, and Ciampa were a foot taller, forget it.
Adam, what do you think?
Do
you think that would be a whole? You're looking at these guys like he's unbelievable. Oh my God, he's ringing the bell trying to get out. That's phenomenal. What do you think of Gargano surviving on the main roster? Do you think it's a possibility for him to kind of become the main guy, or do you just think it's a size game at this point?
I think it's a size game. Gargano's great, but he shines more in this sort of situation where it's a smaller roster.
Yeah.
And it's more, maybe he'd do well on AEW.
I don't know if you guys see what I see, but that whole crowd is filled.
Yeah.
On that opposite end of the ring, that whole audience is filled on that side.
It does look more audible. It sounds fuller.
Yeah,
right?
you look at that. Look how many people.
I wonder if they brought in some of their NXT regular fans.
Yeah.
I don't like how everybody has to wear like a WWE specific T-shirt.
Oh, in the audience, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's ridiculous. Also, my favorite beer belly six pack was always Stone Cold, but I do like Keith Lee's big belly six pack.
I love that too. Yeah.
By the way, I figured out my least favorite move, and you're probably gonna be surprised.
All right,
Natty Neidhart's freaking her sharpshooter.
Oh, the sharpshooter.
No, her
really?
sharpshooter.
Really?
She does.
Oh, the sharpshooter's great.
She does.
The way she does
when
it.
everyone else does it.
What don't you like about her?
Because she's over dramatic with everything. I think is part of it. It's one of the best moves ever, but when she does it, she's just so over dramatic about it, and it just turns me off every time.
Okay, transfer.
I got a question. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So like when Natty does that yell, I think I know what you're talking about, Mr. Gonzo.
Yeah.
When Natty does that yell, does it make your penis shrivel up?
It
100%.
I'm
inverts.
I'm gonna say
it goes
yes.
inside.
Absolutely. It's like she hits a weird timber when she does that yell, and you're like, ah. But she does the move great. I don't want to sexualize like female wrestlers in that way, but
yeah, but she's very technical. The move itself, it's just when she does it, it just turns me off, and I don't know why.
Here's one. Transferring Heat Podcast says Scott Norner's beer belly six pack for him. You know what? That's a great beer belly six pack. You know who else had a good one? Vader had a good beer belly six pack at one point.
Yeah.
Honestly, like Vader, I'm gonna drop some truth bombs right now. Vader was our interview that we worked on so hard that we never got.
Oh yeah, you almost they wanted money, right?
He I got in touch with Vader. I spoke to him on the phone twice, and we couldn't make it happen because he was afraid we were going to be too gotcha. And it was like left at that. And I was just like, but like if we send you some episodes or whatever, and he was like, I don't really do the internets. And I remember like telling Andrew, like, dude, like it's this close, like this close to getting Vader, and that shit would have been a dream of mine. I'm a huge Vader fan. I'm like not the biggest Vader fan, but like,
didn't you take a picture with the mask with the masted on helmet?
I did not want to pay for that.
Okay. Oh, that was the story, right? They're like, oh, you want a picture with Vader? $50 with the helmet.
The story was myself and Jonathan, who used to do the podcast with us like years ago, we were at a convention and we saw Vader, and he was just sitting at a table, and we were like, hey, Vader, and we were like talking to him, and he's being awesome. And I was like, hey, listen, like, can we get your contact information? We'd love to have you on or whatever. And then all of a sudden his handler like stepped in the way and was like, hey, listen, Champ's tired. He's got to wrestle tomorrow. And then he went like this. And I know the camera's on me right now because I'm looking at it. But the dude went like this. He's got to wrestle. In Rahway tomorrow. And me and Jonathan both were kind of like, is fucking tapping your elbow mean wrestling? Like, what the fuck? And we were like, hey, big fans, thank you, whatever. And then the guy was like, but for $100, you could put on the Mastodon helmet, take 2 pictures, and have him sign whatever you want. And we're like, we're good, dude.
Yeah.
Like, thank you.
Oh my God.
Oddball, carny,
Shockmaster
fucking
helmet.
nonsense.
What is the elbow hit? What does that mean?
The dude, like, I'll never forget this. It's a
It was a
weird thing
code.
that's happened for
Must have
such a
been
long time.
code.
He was just like, hey, listen, he's got to wrestle tomorrow.
Yikes.
And that's how he said it. Exact delivery, exact body language. And I'm like, okay, I guess that represents wrestling for you fucking weirdos. That
I guess that's what it means. Yeah.
he's got to
okay.
wrestle tomorrow. Tap the elbow.
I love your weird comic book convention wrestling encounters. That needs to become
I have
its
so
own
many.
thing. Like there has to be a good Lawler one, a Ted DiBiase one. Obviously, we got the Virgil one.
I got a good Lawler one. Lawler, like, I don't feel bad about this, but remember, I don't know if you remember this, like when we started doing the show and like we were really actively like kind of grassroots trying to get like guests on. Again, same thing with Jonathan. We saw Lawler. Lawler was at New York Comic Con. This is years ago, before New York Comic Con got like blew up. This dude is sitting in no man's land on the floor, and what no man's land is, it's just like dum-dums bringing like whatever they have at home to sell at Comic Con. And he was sitting next to like a hat lady and like a steampunk person.
Oh my God.
And it was just him at a booth.
And what was he selling?
We
The
were
sketches?
It was him. He was doing autographs, he was doing pictures, and he was charging. So like we very much like went up to him very calmly and peacefully, and we're like, hey, you know, like, wow, dude, we love you on commentary, blah blah. We buttered him up a little bit, but like not too much. And we're like, listen, like we're doing this podcast. Would you mind like if we could get your contact info? Could you come on, be a guest or something? We can do it on Skype. We could do it over the phone. And he just looked at us, chuckled, and said, no. Again. And that was it. Dude. And me and Jonathan looked at each other and we're like, fuck this dude, you know? And that was it. And like, I feel like,
but now you know how many
dude.
How many of those guys have messaged us and we've turned down?
Exactly. I feel like I've had in like a weird, not a sexual hard on for this guy, but I'm like, fuck Jerry Lawler, you know? Like, why not say like, hey, I'll consider it, or at least say like, hey, absolutely, and then not give a shit about me the next day, but like immediately, like on the spot. Fuck you, dude.
You gotta understand though, he of all people has gone through every era of wrestling and all the fan. I mean, he's dealt with it all. He probably just had a hard no on anybody he didn't know he was gonna hard no. Oh.
So there you go.
Big
weird Jerry Lawler story.
Love it.
That's it. After
Caleb
that point,
English.
What's up?
Your boy Caleb's here.
What's up, Caleb? Oh, nice. So after that point, it was almost a consensus of like almost being conscious of like, we didn't approach him as like the mark of all marks. We were like super nice and super civil about it. And we did not deserve that reaction of like, nope, sorry. I'm like, all right, dude.
Yeah. Adam,
listen, we got fucking t-shirts, pro wrestling tees, Matt Men podcast.
Adam, any weird wrestling encounters for you?
I ran into the Shockmaster at a horror movie convention.
How did that go?
About the weird
Uncle Fred?
It was awesome. Yeah, he was real cool. He actually had like a weird broken wall kind of setup going on.
Oh, that's cool. Actually,
that's cool.
I got to wear the helmet, which was awesome.
How did it smell?
I held my breath. I assumed a lot of weird people were going to be wearing it.
Yeah. I would
cool.
imagine.
Yeah, he seemed like a really good guy.
Uncle Fred.
Yeah.
Uncle Fred fell on his ass. That's what Dusty said. Phenomenal.
Hey, Rich.
Yeah.
Do you recognize, is Gargano doing some sort of a comic tribute tonight, like he normally does? Do you recognize? Does that look familiar?
I think that was a video game one that I'm unfamiliar with, unless it was unless his tribute was white outfit Magneto.
That could have been a white outfit Magneto. Very possible.
That's it.
Yeah. Adam, thank you
think,
for your call,
I-
man.
Hey, no
Hey,
problem.
Adam, sorry we
Thanks a lot,
bored
brother.
you.
Adam's
Yeah.
awesome. Love hearing him. Thank you
By
very
the way,
much,
Beer
Adam.
Belly 6-pack. Mine, I figured it out. Ishii.
Ishii, great beer belly 6-pack. Love
Oh, forget it.
I love that guy.
Stone
He's like my
Stone
favorite
Pitbull style.
Stone Pitbull.
Japanese wrestler. I love him.
By the way, this is another great match.
My
They're all-
computer
these are-
crashed.
Did I ruin the live show by coming on? I'm sorry.
No, man.
No.
Jonathan's here too.
Yeah, my
I
computer
apologize.
crapped out. Did
Jonathan.
you show that photo, the last Photoshop I
I
did?
did. I just showed it. Hold
Okay.
on. There we go.
Jonathan, I love you so much.
I love you.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah, say it
man.
again.
Man, love
There
going
it is.
on.
There we
Okay.
go.
Can I just say how upset that I am that she owns his freaking his zoo now?
Yeah,
makes
she
me
got his
sad.
zoo. Carol Baskin
Mhm.
got the zoo.
That bitch Carol Baskin won.
Big super kick by Johnny Gargano. Big headbutt by Keith Lee. Fireman's carry on him. Does he have him? No! Going for the pin. 1, 2. No! Kick out. Very close.
This is great.
All right.
there's
Let's see.
somebody,
Phone
like,
number, guys.
yelling right outside this
888-828-1437. That's 888-828-1GFQ. Call in. Taking your calls all night. Someone's yelling outside your window?
Yeah, there's a couple. It seems like there's like a couple of people yelling outside my window, and it's very odd.
What are they yelling? Are they like protesting and yelling?
No, I don't live on a major road. My brother lives in Albany and Troy, like close to Troy, and like thousands of people are protesting by him. And I'm like, "Are you protesting?" And like, he works for the government, and he's like, "No," but like, he can hear everything, which is insane.
Oh Lord. Oh
There you go.
Lord.
Oh, Big Deke.
Oh Lord.
Not to knock the protest. If you protest peacefully, obviously, like do your thing.
Is it getting better now over there? Or is it still kind of bad?
No, it's still shit. It's not
It's
good.
still shit.
Yeah,
I know
things are
you
not
sent
good.
me that. You sent me that link of that crazy woman in the middle of the street.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
good.
sitting there watching that. It's like,
Listen,
oh
dude,
my
peaceful
God.
protests are great. It's your right. We should be doing it. We should be protesting, but it seems like the sun goes down and things get a little nuts. And
Well, voices-
voices
100% need to be heard.
yeah.
I had a white lady
You
threaten
guys-
me today.
Threaten you?
Oh, that's fantastic.
What'd she
Posted
say?
The encounter. I posted the encounter on my Twitter at Official Risk, but she was mad because I parked too close to her car,
Oh.
and I have
Oh
a
my
dash
God.
cam going on in my car. So I tried
Yeah.
to catch what she was saying, but I called the cops because she threatened me, and I handed my footage, and they went and arrested her because they had video footage that I wasn't agitating the situation
Get away.
because of my
Good.
dash
Fuck
cam.
that. Fuck that Karen. Fuck
Yeah.
that Karen.
Yeah. Let me see. Do you have the video?
Yeah, well, I had the video from inside the dash cam on my Twitter. Yeah.
I'm trying to find it right now.
Fuck that Karen, bro.
Why can't I find it?
Jonathan,
you
what's
are.
your Twitter again?
Official Risk, RIZK.
Got it.
All right. All right, let's get back to this. Wow, my God, right through the plexi. Keith Lee barged him. It's interesting. I'm curious if this... How do they continue doing the building from here?
What do you mean?
Like, if
What do
they
you
got to
mean?
continue doing the shows for, like, the next, 3 months, how do they... Because 3 more months of being in a quiet building with no audience is going to be terrible for them.
You know what's even worse? A lot of people don't realize this, that NXT can't train. Freaking the PC is a TV studio
right,
now.
yeah.
They're not training. If there's one ring that they might be able to get in.
Are
and
they
do some
doing
work.
anything at the Performance Center right now for TV?
As far as I know, no. They can go and maybe work out, but that's all TV studio now. If the 365 they did with Shayna Baszler before Money in the Bank, I watched it after, and she mentioned in there that she walked in the day before and she was absolutely stunned. Oh, here we go. She was absolutely stunned that
you
they
ready, Ray?
gutted it.
This one's gonna be quick.
I like.
You ready? Are you ready?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
There you go.
Ooh, that's like a Davy Crockett.
There you go.
It was like you're like the nature boy, Enchante, just pooping potatoes in a
And then
bucket.
it becomes mashed potato when it drops. Johnny Gargano, does he have him? 1,
Yeah, a little
2.
touch.
No, kick that.
Nope.
That's a beautiful one.
This is
I
fantastic.
do like Keith Lee's tights.
Girl.
The cold bump into the crowd was better. It's always better the first time. Oop, report of
match is
shots
fantastic.
fired by me.
There are people outside of my window going bananas right now.
Oh, there's been a shooting in Douglaston.
Hmm.
Go look.
Is
See
that
what's
near
going
you,
on.
Rich?
Rich, I want to know what's
There are,
happening.
like,
Go look.
There's girls giggling and like voices.
Go look. Go yell at them.
So
Why would I do that?
is there a
No, but I don't care.
girls giggling and voices?
Here. My God, the size difference between Keith Lee and Johnny Gargano is
Crazy.
it really is because
But Keith
is not
Lee's
only
what?
tall,
Like
but
6?
wide.
He's 6'3".
Yeah, but he's
6'3",
freaking
6'3"
600?
or
wide.
6'4", 320, I
Mhm.
think.
If you eat the
There.
potato, do you poop the mashed potato?
No.
No.
Doesn't work like
That's what
that.
Adam asks.
No, you get sick
No.
for freaking 9 months.
You don't chew the potato. You just swallow it whole, and it was a boiled potato. It was.
You know what I
bo-
gotta
it was-
say?
Yeah.
This is wrestling talk. Ciampa, Gargano, and Cole have the benefit of getting that Shawn Michaels tutelage, and it shows when they wrestle
Yeah.
because they're
Oh,
doing they're definitely doing Shawn Michaels stuff, like later career Shawn Michaels stuff.
And these are all guys that are obviously major, like Gargano and Cole more than Ciampa. I mean, tremendous influence from Shawn when you see them work.
Absolutely.
Right? There's so many elements of Shawn Michaels between the super kick, obviously, and
The way
everything
they sell
else.
smaller guys, right? I love Keith Lee. He's a big dude.
Tremendous size.
It's been a while since we've seen like such like a dope big dude.
Does he have him? My God, picked him up like nothing. Big power bomb. Another one.
And listen,
behind
on the
you.
indies, this dude was fantastic.
I don't think, you know what's funny? He had the opposite problem. Gargano's finished. Done. Keith Lee. Good win for him. Keith Lee had the opposite. He didn't look as big on the indies as he does now.
You don't
You
think
know
so?
what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like he
I
changed
think-
in size. I'm just saying like the presence. Like when you see Keith Lee in a ring in the independent, like, you know, he's a big dude, but this is like daunting how big he
I
is,
wonder
how
if it's
wide and big
I
he
wonder if
is
it's the
here.
camera angles. I wonder if it's the camera.
I think-
I'm sure it
that
is.
has anything to do with it.
I think WWE effed up, and I think they want to hire him originally, but they hired Willie Mack and got rid of him.
Is that how it happened for 14 years ago?
No, for real. Like for real. I think like WWE was like just like the when Laurinaitis hired the wrong one-legged wrestler.
Oh my God, did they hire Willie
Oh,
Mack at all?
Jesus.
Yeah, like I think they were just like like
So-
this is the guy.
So
and they were
I
like,
don't mean to
"Oh,
be
fuck."
insensitive.
Not a knock on
to
Willie
anyone.
Mack. Like Willie Mack is awesome.
I don't mean to be insensitive, but Rich, are you saying that WWE thinks all black men look alike?
I think in the
That we-
WWE
No.
world, anything that takes you away from that adds any kind of character to you, you all look alike. That's how they see it. They hired the
No.
wrong one-legged wrestler. That's the
I
greatest
think-
story. You know what? They did sign Willie Mack in 2014. I think the problem with Willie Mack was that he had a he couldn't pass the physical. Right? They signed
really?
him to they
Right.
signed him
There
for
was
NXT.
something wrong. Yeah.
And I think he had I know that he had a knee injury, but I think it was like high blood pressure at the time.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then he went to Lucha Underground, had a great
Yeah.
run there, and Impact, great run there.
Mhm.
Where's
I
he at,
don't
NWA?
I just
think-
cannot get into. I can't get into Impact whatsoever. I try to get back into it, and it's just or something about it just does not let me get back in.
When's the
What are they doing about the Nature Boy?
Unrelated question, but when's the next episode of The Last Ride?
June 14th.
Good question. Is it June 14th? Yeah. Is it after
next weekend?
Okay.
Just answered it.
Yeah.
bud.
Is it after Battleground or Battleground? Backlash.
Backlash.
is filmed.
It's
They filmed the whole
it's next week.
Yeah, next Sunday.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Apparently they filmed it yesterday, right?
Yeah. I find that bizarre, to be honest.
I watched most of the Ric Flair thing today, and I loved it. And I tweeted this out before. I'm like, he's the one dude that I know that cries more than I do.
Ric Flair?
He is a
Absolutely,
crier. Big time crier.
I cry for
Especially
everything,
now.
but then I'm like, as soon as I saw the Ric Flair thing, I'm like,
Hey, remember we were talking?
He's just like, oh.
Remember we were talking Dark Side of the Ring episodes? He said what would be good ones? Reed Flair would be a great one.
Oh, is that
What
too
happened
dark?
to Reed Flair?
That might be too
Is
dark.
that too dark? It might be too
Yeah.
dark, dude.
Too dark.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
More ice cream bars. I love it.
More ice cream bars. All right, let me. Are you staying, Rich, or are you going?
I think I'm gonna hang out for like a couple
Okay.
minutes. Do you
I'm
want me
gonna
to
run
leave?
to the restroom.
I can
No,
leave.
I'm going to the restroom.
I can
Yeah.
leave if you want.
I'll be back.
Ooh,
Rich, what's
it's
the
my
Photoshop
turn.
for this match?
It's my turn. All right. So, oh my God. All right. Charlotte's looking good, by the way. Charlotte on NXT,
This match
no
is gonna-
Botox. I love it.
This match is
Can we
gonna roll.
do a Photoshop of Enchante on a doctor's table about to get Botox, but he's getting Botox and there's smaller Enchantes coming out of his butt?
What?
Okay, I'll try to figure that out.
Listen, I'm sure you've dealt with like a ton of creative directors that have given you an insane number of requests. So like, I'm just trying to keep the status quo, you know?
Yeah.
MG, MG, what's going on with you today? How was your weekend?
Oh, it's been trying. This has been a rough week. There's a lot going on.
Ah, sorry to hear that. All right. How about Jonathan? How's your weekend been?
It was good. I did my podcast earlier.
Nice, man.
yeah.
You can plug it if you want.
110 Parkside on all platforms now. The YouTube's up. I gotta get the audio up, but I decided you guys were more important.
You got such a smooth voice. I feel like your voice may be too intimidating for our fans
Jesus.
because they're used to like our very goofy fucking voices.
It's just the mic, I promise.
What kind of mic you rocking right now?
This is the Rode Pod mic. You get it for $100. It's the
Sweet.
competitive to the mic that you normally use in studio. The show.
All right, welcome back.
I wish I knew what you were talking about.
What did I miss?
We're talking Mike Sanders.
Don't worry about it.
we
Don't
gotta-
fucking worry about it. We're talking about Sopranos without you.
Oh, how dare you?
Oh,
Ooh, I just
God.
started watching The Sopranos for the first time.
Oh, really? Please tell me all about that. Tell us all about that, please, because like
You got-
we are the biggest Sopranos weirdos.
Apparently, I'm going to
I
have
know,
to
it
start
was,
watching. The
well, it was
Sopranos.
because of you, because I wanted to be able to catch the jokes you guys make.
Oh, okay. So in order to get these jokes, you got to watch The Sopranos like 8 times, like the whole series, like 8 times, because
Sure.
Rich and I have hyper focused in on all the weirdo stuff that happens on The Sopranos because they're all weirdos on that show. Nobody's normal,
Right.
and I think it's a comedy. The Sopranos is one of the greatest comedies ever put together.
Agreed.
I can see it
100%.
as a comedy.
It's a
Jonathan,
comedy.
what did you
Backlot
watch?
match now?
I only watched the first 2 episodes because I've been
Oh,
working.
the
but-
pilot and then
I hate the
the
first
next
season,
episode.
dude.
Yeah,
The pilot, and everything after that were shot
Wait a minute,
like
is this now?
almost a year apart.
Yeah, so I was just saying it, Andrew. I questioned it.
So
But
the
I was
NXT
debating
title
whether or not
match?
I'm going to start. Yeah, they're doing this. They're doing the women's match as the main event. Which
Is
I
that
think
the
is
main
gonna
event?
be,
Oh, that's
which is
cool.
going to be badass.
What is he
Yeah,
driving?
fucking badass, dude.
Oh, that's great. Look at that. Look at that truck.
Ooh, I wish I drove that
Oh.
truck. Damn. You know,
Is that
my
Becky
wife.
Lynch's truck repainted?
It could be.
The only reason I don't drive
Okay,
a
that's bad.
wicked awesome pickup truck is because of my wife.
Why? She wouldn't let you? She doesn't want a
No,
pickup
she
truck?
hates it. She
hates
does
pickup
not.
trucks?
She hates pickup trucks. And like my dream truck is just like a gigantic Ford Raptor.
You know what's gonna be
You're
funny?
in my white Deke. Thank you.
What's gonna be funny is when I send Andrew this Photoshop that you gave me,
no.
Rich, and he has
Yes,
no
yes,
idea
sir.
why he's getting this.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh,
Oh,
you got up
he
and
was-
left, right?
He walked away. He walked away. Oh God, Andrew. Oh,
No, I
boy.
walked away. I don't know anything about it. I don't even want to see the chat. Oh, what does Velveteen Dream come out in? Where's his car?
I hope it's a fucking.
Oh,
pink
look at that
Lambo.
Lamborghini. Get
Oh.
away. No, get away.
This is a sweet Lambo, dude.
All right, give me. Let me get a bite.
Andrew,
Hold
do you
on.
know how to drive stick, Andrew?
Yeah. Thank you for
so
feeding
gross.
me.
Do you know how to drive stick?
Yeah. I had a
Do you know how to do you know how to do paddle shifting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you drove a Lambo?
I've never driven a Lambo. I drove a Ferrari. I've driven a Ferrari. I've driven a Mercedes with paddle shifts. Oh,
nice
look at that.
Negan, sweet Negan Velveteen Dream right now. That's a Walking Dead reference.
Why is he doing the Negan gimmick?
I thought it was Negan.
Dude, it works. I thought it was Negan.
It works for him. I stopped watching that show.
Very cool.
Pre-Negan.
Dude, I stopped
Pre-Negan.
watching that shit season 3. It
Yeah, I
shit
stopped
sucks.
too.
Yeah.
It got terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really just got dragged out. I just couldn't. It just, I don't know, got too.
However,
weird.
the comic book, whew, let me tell you, that comic book, amazing.
So you have
I
no
have the
idea what's
sound
happening
off
here.
on this.
My daughter. Sorry,
Yeah, I
I
know.
had to mute it. My daughter came in here, and Deacon's saying, "Come to Deke. Come to
Hey.
Deacon. Hey, baby, come to Deacon. Say hi. Say hi to Uncle Rich." Here, say hi,
Wow,
Uncle
what's
Rich.
up?
What are you doing tonight? All right, see you later. Thank
I
you.
gotta say, she did the cutest thing the other day when I was over. She was like, "Uncle Rich, come and check out my car," and it was like a fire truck, and she was like, "I'm gonna go get McDonald's for everybody," and I was like, "What do you like for McDonald's?" And she's like, "I'm gonna get myself a Happy Meal and a toy. I'm gonna get Daddy a hamburger. I'm gonna get Mommy a hamburger, and then I'm gonna get some French fries, a toy." And then I was like, "Yo, your daughter loves McDonald's," and she was like,
Loves it.
"I love McDonald's." I thought it was the cutest thing in the world.
You know what's funny? She's had it like 3 times, and she asks for it all the time. By the way, do you know where they are? Where they're filming this?
In your
It's
backyard.
behind. No,
Yeah,
it's
Universal?
There's Full Sail has a studio behind it.
No, but is that where they're filming? It looks like it's Universal.
Yeah, there is a studio behind Full Sail. I
So
know this because
all those buildings are what?
Yeah, it's set. It's a set.
It's a
an
set,
actual.
okay.
Yeah. The reason why I know this is I do watch one of the only podcasts other than yours I listen to is Sean Ross App's post shows.
Fucking better believe it.
And he actually said when he was down there he got lost and he ended up back there. So he knows that there's a set back there. He
Okay,
said
so
that.
that's pretty cool. So I wonder what they use that for.
Mr.
what's being
Gonzo,
filmed over there?
you're never
Well,
allowed to
Full
listen
Sail-
to any other podcast besides
Yeah,
us.
why are you listening to anybody else?
I
Sean's a
know.
friend, but nobody else is allowed to listen to any other podcast.
You're when you're not on.
Well,
if
okay,
you were
thank
on,
Thank you.
you know, jeez.
We're on
Gosh,
24/7. You
God.
motherfucker.
Is that wasn't his car? He's getting in somebody else's car?
This is fantastic.
Where'd they get that old Dodge?
Told you.
He's
they're
getting ready
they're-
for it.
they're
He's
almost-
hiding.
They're almost
Watch.
recreating Goldust Piper.
Dude, you did say that. You did say, are they going to recreate it?
It's
Uh-oh.
all rainy.
So good.
Assault with a deadly weapon. What is happening?
You know what this looks like? It looks like the way they're setting this up. This looks like a set they did with Sting back in WCW. With
Oh,
the
that
bass.
does.
Caleb-
Yeah.
Caleb in our chat room, I listened to a bunch of other pods, but you guys are the only ones I donate to.
God, I love you, Caleb.
There you go.
I like
you go.
that.
There
Thank
go.
you.
Thank you, Caleb.
The more guys, seriously, can I take a serious note? The more money you give us, the more we can pay off our mob debt. Andrew and I got into like a weird gambling thing a couple of years ago. I'm not going to go into details,
That's why I
But
watch
for real.
Sopranos. Try to figure out how to talk to these guys.
but for real, please donate to us. Just to save our lives. They've allowed us that.
Well, they finally let you loose.
They did, and
Yeah.
but like, like there's like sometimes I'll go for a walk or go for a run, and there's a guy in the corner, and like he doesn't really tell me he's after me, but like he'll open his coat up, and I'll see like just like a hint of a gun, like a little pistol, and I'll be like, all right.
Kevin Robinson.
You know, it's my life
Only
now.
2 podcasts I donate to are Matt Men and What the Tuck.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Oh my
There you
god.
go.
So
Cheers.
Andrew's getting all of your money.
I'm getting all the
And
money.
Thomas, of course, I'm backtracking. Crying, I got to save face somehow.
That is
Rich,
cool.
I'm
I
gonna
mean-
have to make some. Go ahead.
Yes.
No, go ahead.
Sir.
I was just gonna tell you, Rich. I'm gonna have to make some alterations to your idea, but I think it's gonna work out.
All right. I'm cool with that, man. You're the best.
man.
I love your
That
voice.
is-
It's so
If
silky
that
smooth.
was, if that was that's the equivalent of what's the word I'm looking for? When porn stars do like private requests,
Mm.
like private videos, that's the equivalent of what you, Rich, you asked for. It's something super
What?
freaking
Like a custom
specific.
vid, like a custom vid for on
Custom
OnlyFans.
vid. That's what I was trying
And
to
they're
say.
like, sorry,
yeah.
I can't do it that way, but I'll just modify it for you.
That's exactly what Rich pretty much asked.
One
asked
of
Jonathan.
I think Enchante should be on Cameo, to be honest.
You think Enchante? Oh my god, dude!
That'd be
Enchante
great.
on Cameo cutting.
$5, dude.
You know what? I'll do $5. Yeah, I'll do $5 videos. Kevin, $10. Excellent show. Good people. Fun times tonight. Thank you.
Thank
you
you,
know
Kevin
what,
Robinson.
dude? That is brilliant. If I did Enchante in character on Cameo for $5,
100%. I think
don't know if you
people would
could do
donate. I
$5.
think.
I think you got.
Yeah, no, you could.
Yeah.
It's like you could. I think the lowest I've seen is like $5 or $6, dude. Like you could, like Enchante would kill it on Cameo. We have enough of a fan
happy
base.
birthday!
You have to say, do like a minute and a half video singing Enchante
hello,
singing Happy Birthday.
Carlos. Happy
Oh,
birthday.
By the way, can I just say that I really enjoy the fact that these guys aren't wearing their gear and they're actually wearing street clothes for a street fight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you love guys in street clothes. I know that's a thing. That's cool.
Oh yeah, $5. There you go. $5. You can get $100 for Lisa Loeb. You get a cameo from Lisa Loeb.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I may have found my wife's birthday present on
Oh,
Cameo.
Who you gonna get?
Tezon Day.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah,
That's a good
she
one.
kind of like we went through the Cameo hole together, and then the other day I was like, "Oh, it's not like I'm gonna get you Tezon Day for your birthday to sing you something," and she was like, and I was like, "Ooh, I may get you Tezon Day right now." He's
There you
$40.
go.
$40, not bad.
Oh, that's not bad. For a birthday present, it might make her day. Hell yeah.
My boy got his mom one of the 90-day fiance people to do it, and she loved it because she could show all her friends in the office.
Have you watched
like-
any of that stuff or no?
No, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about
People are
anything.
so
Andrew.
into it.
No,
Yeah,
people
I
are
keep
mad
getting
into it.
requests to
People
talk
are
better on my podcast.
People are like super into it. You know what? Like the last time I really had fun watching like a reality show was Rock of Love and Flavor of Love.
Oh my god.
I'll be honest with you.
Mm.
Those are my favorites because they were so fucking banoonies.
Faustino says his birthday's coming up. Maybe
I
I
don't
gotta
care.
send him one. Maybe I gotta make one for him.
Fuck your birthday, dude. Fuck you and your birthday.
And fuck your baby.
Maybe I'll make him one.
Did you guys see where Matt Stryker is a contestant on Labor of Love on Fox? Yes. I did watch
Labor
that.
of Love? What is that?
Big
Another stupid.
big reveal. My wife, huge crush on that guy, Matt Stryker.
Faustino, $10. Excellent work as always.
That was Pablo Garcia. You need glasses.
No, it wasn't Faustino. Pablo.
Rich, you saved me. I thought I was losing my mind.
I honestly read it as Faustino.
Don't let Andrew fool you. This guy cannot read.
I can't see shit.
I'm lucky that when I see him, he says, "Hey, Rich, what's up?" I feel like sometimes he's like, "What's up, Donovan?" And I'm like,
Nice super kick. How many White Claws have you had? This is my fourth. My fourth White Claw.
Vicky's got into those White Claws too,
Love
man. Like she got like a refrigerator full of those motherfuckers.
Love them. 100 calories, dude. How could you not?
I know, but like, do you get like effed up on them or what?
Not really. No. What you know what it is? I started drinking these when I would go out, and then I would be shocked that I was like effed up on them, and then I wouldn't count all the shots that I would do in between.
Yeah.
But if you're planning on like going out and it's like it's a warm day, you just want to like do day drinking, this is the way to go. I can't do beer day drinking anymore. Too bloated. It messes me up too much.
Yeah.
I wish, man. I wish. Like I remember the days where I would drink like 35 beers before like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
We used to do it. We used to do the shows. I don't think people realize. Rich and I used to do the show, go out to lunch, and have a couple of IPAs.
You did that all the time.
Oh, more than a couple. More than a couple, babe.
Like we used to.
And then I would message you. And Rich would be like, you guys, both of you guys, and Andrew would go, been hanging out with Rich all day. I'm wasted. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, no, we would leave at like 11:30, 12. We'd go out and have a couple drinks. But we would drink IPAs, and these things are like 350 calories a piece. And it's, the alcohol level is like 8%.
Yeah.
So what the hell's going on? Oh, here they are.
I told Vicky, my wife, the other day, I was like, oh, I missed that. I miss going to the studio, and I miss going out to the bar right after, because the bar is so close to the studio.
Oh, it's
and being like, oh, it's the best.
A White Claw's like Zima. No, it's not. It's not a malt.
No, they're very malty though, dude.
It's literally spring water. Or
no, it's
seltzer water.
It's seltzer with
seltzer water with flavoring.
With flavoring and alcohol. Zima's more, ugh. Have you ever gotten sick off of a Zima?
I've gotten sick off of.
Oh, he's bleeding pretty good.
Who's bleeding?
Do you know the worst thing that was going around there? You guys remember the Bro Challenge? Did you guys ever do
What's
that?
the Bro Challenge?
No, what is that?
What's the not Zimas? What's the other one that I'm thinking of? The Smirnoff Ices. Like you get ice,
the one knee thing.
The ice chip, yeah. Where if you find
we never did
one,
that.
you have to without question just open it up and slam it on the spot. No matter where you know
what? Like I think we're always very direct in our alcoholism, where like we'd show up and maybe sometimes I'd put a bottle in front of Andrew and it would be like 10 o'clock in the morning and I'd be like, are we going to do this? And he's like, I guess so. And that's it. The fucking straight bottle of vodka, put some ice in it, maybe a little lemonade.
Were you guys doing mimosas the other day?
Oh, it was the best.
I got to tell you, though, if you guys are watching this match is cut really weird.
Yeah, it is. So there's a lot of edits. That's what I'm noticing.
What the hell's that?
Yeah, that was what?
Dexter Loomis.
They
love this dude.
Why is he there?
Because he's creepy.
Him and Roddy.
Loomis. Well, he's creepy. Also, like he fits the bill for what they want in a superstar. He's like an Elias body.
Yeah.
Thick, big dude. He'll fool you into thinking he's unique.
This is edited really bad.
You don't like it? You're not liking
No. As
Andrew, I'm starting to sense you're not a fan of some of these cinematic matches. I know the Boneyard match you like.
I love the Boneyard match. I love the Cena Bray match. I love Money in the Bank. I've actually liked
good too, man.
I liked all of them.
This is pretty dope.
Okay, but
It's
but
cut
you
weird. That's all I'm saying. This is cut very.
Okay.
He just left.
I put him in the trunk and left.
Put him in the trunk and took him. There's Adam Cole bleeding.
6 Zimas. Were you a big Zima guy?
Also, you got another
yuck.
Photoshop.
Oh, we got it. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Is this the one?
Jonathan,
All right,
did
I
you
think
do
I'm
it?
gonna. I think I'm gonna bow out for the night, guys.
Hold on. You want to see the
All right.
Photoshop?
You got to see.
I do
You got
wanna
to
see
see
the
your
Photoshop.
creation, though. You got to see your creation, and then you can go.
Okay.
Your
It's not my creation.
your custom
It was
video.
My.
Okay. Can
Oh,
I?
so good.
Is it? Okay. Can I guess? Is it me
do like
as a
that, yeah.
doctor and
Oh,
Deacon
yeah.
as a doctor delivering a child version of me?
I think whatever it is, I love it.
What did you ask for?
I forgot.
What did you ask for now? It was pretty.
He asked for.
It had to do
I
with-
completely
had-
forgot.
He asked for
Okay.
Enchante getting Botox while pooping out other Enchantes.
That is
yes.
such a crazy request that you did a pretty
See
decent
what I
job
mean?
at getting it.
See what I mean?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
See why I said that now?
Yeah. That's
Thank you,
Rich.
Jonathan.
That's your best idea.
Oh no.
That is it right there.
Oh no.
That is it.
There
You're
will be
bowing out.
better
You said.
ones. I'm bowing out. I'm gonna be on Twitter.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for
Thank you, Rich.
tolerating my
Thanks,
fucking dumb
Rich.
head, and I love you. Well, goodbye, Mr.
Love
Gonzalez.
you.
Goodbye, Jonathan.
Goodbye, my baby.
Goodbye, Andrew.
Bye, my
I'm
friend.
gonna give me some kisses. Seriously,
Give me-
I need to hear
mwah.
kiss noises.
Mwah,
Mwah.
mwah, mwah. Mwah, fuck your baby.
There you go.
Mwah.
It makes me stronger. Good night.
I love Rich. There we
Yeah.
go. 1, 2. Does he get it? No. Kicks out. No. The cuts are really weird on this.
And you could tell they're using
Yeah,
different
they-
cameras.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm curious
Like,
if Full
long
Sail.
range, maybe is that what?
I'm curious if they hired people from Full Sail to do this.
Maybe they
That's
did.
what I was almost
Maybe.
getting ready to guarantee. It's probably students versus the regular production team. Unless, because don't they have?
Okay.
Don't they,
Did you guys hear Morrow called a move that didn't happen and a pinfall attempt by the wrong guy?
Did he?
So they're obviously have dubbed in after audio.
No, I think they're supposed to be calling this live.
So, did we see Morrow at the beginning of the show, or is him and Beth still in their houses doing this? Because they were remoting in and actually doing it similar to how we're talking. You and Jonathan and I are talking to Andrew. They're
Oh my god!
doing it similar, very similar as far as them calling in.
1, 2, 3, got him!
Oh! I'm like
See
30
if I can
seconds behind
forward
you.
up
but
my
it's okay.
stream.
You know what? I have to tell you. You know what? My least favorite of the cinematic ones are the. I didn't care for the AEW one, so we know that one.
I know
and
you didn't.
I don't.
That's
and
the
the
one I was
NXT
referring-
ones and the NXT ones have not been. They've been for me.
You didn't? I
Yeah.
I did like the Gargano Ciampa one. I did like that one. This one I kind of liked. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it later. But yeah, the cuts.
All right, so Velveteen Dream cannot challenge him ever again for the NXT title.
When does he get called up?
Who?
I was
Velveteen?
Jonathan. Yeah, I would wonder if he's gonna be up sooner.
Hang
than
on,
later.
we got a call. Let me take this.
Oh, boy.
Call. You're on the air. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Good evening, Andrew. It's Kevin from Kansas City.
Kevin from Kansas City. What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just trying to resync my TV because live you're about 10 seconds ahead of my TV in the stream.
Am I? Should I pause mine? Does that make it better for everybody?
No.
Hang on. I'm gonna pause it by like a second. 1,
Nah.
2, 3, 4. Okay, I did 4 seconds. I paused it. So I seem like I'm ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
You might be.
Yeah. You know my trick to sync this is that I start off watching the previous thing and don't allow the buffer to build with the live programming. I started watching the Undertaker thing and then it goes right into this. Okay, Kevin, sorry. What are you enjoying tonight?
Well, I love the Lee and Gargano match. That was great.
Very good match.
It was an awesome match.
Very good.
I do have a soft spot for Lee. My daughter and I saw him live, and we just loved him, and we both were wearing his shirt today in preparation for this.
Nice. He's so impressive. Forget about like character development and like someone's great, but like you see him and you're like, my God, this guy's so big and he moves so well. And you could tell he's going to be such a big star on the main roster. You want to talk about a world champion? That's a world champion right there. There's no question that they're going to put that title on him. He got over so big with that Roman spot that they did. He's impressive. He's very impressive.
So I want to read something. I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but I want to read something that someone in our Facebook group posted, and I think it's pretty accurate. It's going right with what Andrew said. Derek Connor in our Facebook group says, let's hope that match idea never gets used again. The lights were annoying. Then the 1,500 camera cuts, one bit of movement, too. Feels like would have been much better just as a singles match in the ring.
Where was this sent?
I can't. This was in our Facebook thread, Facebook group thread.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with that.
Oh, there we go. Derek's coming. No, I agree with him. I think that there were a lot of problems. Oh, my God. Sean looks like an old man. Look at him. Oh, my God. Look at these old men.
They're recreating that.
The Sean spot.
Yeah, they're recreating it. That's awesome.
I mean, do people remember that? I think a lot of people in our audience is a lot younger. There was a spot. So Shawn Michaels, they used to do this thing where you could chat on AOL with the wrestlers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you could call the wrestlers. So there's one famous spot that I remember from, I think it was SummerSlam 92.
No, it's one of the In Your Houses.
No. The first one that I remember, I think it was like, I want to say it was Survivor Series 91 or SummerSlam 91, where you used to call in to the 900 number and you could, and maybe it would be picked up by one of the wrestlers. And Macho's on the phone. No, it was the match made in heaven, a match made in hell. This is pre-wedding, like that night of the wedding. Jesus. Somebody called and he's like, yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I'm not. And he's doing a whole conversation with some random guy. So that was the first time I ever saw that spot done. Then, during the 90s, they went to the online conversation one, and Sean is sitting in the back in AOL with, like, a moderator with him to help him type everything, and he can't figure out how to type. Best spot ever. Legendary.
Yeah, that was one of the In Your Houses. I'm pretty sure it was the first.
I believe it was, yeah.
Yeah, where he was doing that, and you could. In fact, when I was starting my when I started my blog. On the contact page, that was the video, the contact number said if you can contact, email, and that was the image you see is Sean trying to type.
Oh, here we go. So this is going to be a big deal match. This is Karrion Kross's first big main event level match in this company.
Oh, look at this entrance. We got to appreciate this entrance.
Yeah, they do a good job with him.
Scarlett makes his act really, really good too.
Yeah, but they got to figure out what to do with her because they've made her look. Oh, there we go. They've made her look a lot better. She's looked like an old lady the last 3 weeks. Leave it to WWE. Take a beautiful young woman and make them look like an old lady.
I thought they were going for Cersei from Game of Thrones.
It's quite possible. She's.
I think especially that. The other day, the last 2 weeks ago, when she was standing ringside during Ciampa's match, and he was on the screen behind her, that's when I seen it. I was like, "Oh man, that's the look they're going for."
I think they're going. What I was told is that they want to develop her character into a pretty Luna.
Okay.
That was a word that was described. That's how they described it to me. That they want to make her character a little bit crazier, which I'm kind of into.
Yeah, it works both. It works for his character too. It kind of gels. I'd be totally fine with that. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie.
Pick by them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of this. The produced crowd they got going on right now. They've been doing this in all the shows, right?
What are they doing? The Gods of War thing with him? The God of War?
I think so. Yeah. What I'm referring to is the crowd. The crowd's chanting for him, right? So they're being produced. They're being told to do all that.
Well, they're actually a crowd that WWE loves.
Yeah, they're extra. They're extras.
Yeah.
That's basically what they are. They're extras for a freaking
It's Taz.
Yeah,
oh no,
show.
it's not. Here we go. All right. Everybody's very much interested in this match. Guys, I'm loving this. This is a great time. $34 we've done so far. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to call some of this. You guys want me to start calling the matches? Jonathan, what do you think?
Yeah, Jonathan,
that's fine.
we can try to be caller. It won't be pretty, but the hell, we'll give it a shot.
Hold on, Jonathan, talk for me.
Yeah, test.
Okay. Sorry, I had to find out what guest you're under. Your guest 4.
That's fine. Speaking of the crowd, real quick, to piggyback off what Mr. Gonzo was saying, did you hear what the NBA is doing? I know it's a totally different sport.
No, what are they doing?
Are they going to pump in? Are they going to pump in? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they contacted 2K to get the audio because they're going to use 2K crowd noise.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Kevin, how nuts is that?
I don't know if I love that or hate that.
That has to be crazy.
Yeah, so we talked about that on the podcast, and I said, why don't they do what the WWE's doing and have other teams come in, because they're all shooting all these games in Orlando. So have the teams that aren't playing in the stands.
Do you mind as well? Kevin, got a question for you.
Shoot.
So you said your daughter's a wrestling fan, right?
Yes.
So who's her favorites?
She got into it right as Becky was starting to rise, so Becky's her favorite woman.
Okay.
And then, obviously, being 11, she started liking Seth because they were together.
Okay.
But seeing NXT live, she's been to Raw, SmackDown, and NXT now, and Keith Lee's probably her favorite guy now.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's great. That's great that you like wrestling, and now your daughter's. See, my. It's so funny because my daughter is into, like, if I'm watching something, she'll, like, if she wants something, she gets into it. But now she's kind of got into wrestling. Like, I think this is hysterical. My daughter loves Hulk Hogan because I got the Hulk Hogan figure. Loves Hogan, and I got the Hogan Wrestle Buddy. So she's like, can we go play with Hulk Hogan? I'm like, sure. They do the whole wrestling thing on Hogan. They don't know that he's an out-of-date character. And, I mean, listen, she's going to be 5, right? Like, she shouldn't, it doesn't matter. But I find it interesting, like, out of all the figures in my office and, like, all the wrestling stuff, like, that's the one that both my kids gravitated to is Hogan. I'm like, you know what? It was a character at the end of the day. That's all it was. He's a giant cartoon of a man. And I think that's why Keith Lee's getting over. He's a big, cartoonish character. You don't see those guys every day. You'll see a Gargano every day. You'll see a Ciampa every day, but you don't see, my God, this guy's no-selling everything right now.
That's what they want him to do.
Yeah.
Oh, he is no-selling everything. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing him wrestle. I haven't watched TV in a while.
Yeah, what do you think of him?
Not super. Oh, that was nice. Just saw him slam Ciampa against the apron.
So you know what I would do with him? He needs some facial hair. He needs to grow a beard.
He would look good with right,
and get a little bit bigger. Just get a little bit bigger. Put on a little bit of muscle.
Big.
Put on some muscle. Get a little thicker. Right now this guy has a lot of potential. How old is he? Let me see.
Karrion Kross?
Early 30s, right? He's like 31.
I was about to say 32.
Let's see. Killer Kross is 34. Actually, he's younger than me. Holy crap! I hate
Wow.
it when they're younger than me. Guess who he was trained by? A fellow
He was trained by-
Sapphire, a fellow person that works at Sapphire Gentlemen's Club.
Interesting.
The Godfather?
Glenn Gilberti.
God.
I don't know who that is.
Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Disco Inferno works
Yeah,
at
he's from
Sapphire?
Vegas.
Yeah, in Vegas.
He's from Vegas.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's built from Vegas, but I believe he was born in New York.
Okay. He I don't know. I did watch some of his stuff in Impact. I thought he was pretty good there.
Who? Killer Kross? Yeah.
I know interviews I've seen with him, he trained as an MMA fighter for a while. So that's kind of an
you can
influence of
tell,
how
yeah.
his style. And
He has that Randy
personally-
Orton body type.
Yeah.
That's what I was
there it
just
is.
gonna say. He
There
reminds me
it
of
is.
Randy Orton with
Yeah.
a personality.
There it is. Which means if those two ever got in a ring and did a match together, it would be the absolute most boring, pathetic thing ever.
It is interesting
And
how
so
Randy
he
Orton's
tried.
one of the greatest wrestlers, and this is really weird. My my Google search is all whacked out. That's really weird.
It's the government.
They're spying on me. Kev, what else?
Man.
I'm really fascinated by this. That you and your daughter watch wrestling together and she's into it. What age was she when she got into it? About 10, 11?
Yeah, she was 9, I guess, when she started watching.
Was this your doing?
Yeah, I had it was the first women's Royal Rumble, and she really enjoyed it. Thought
There
it
you
was
go.
kind of cool to see the women wrestle, and she liked the match. And then when Becky won the next one, that's when she got into it seriously.
This is the stuff that you kind of like, that you kind of like hearing, is that, like for WWE, that's the exact purpose of this.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want.
They want those moments.
There's
They
a
want-
reason. Yeah. There's a reason for what they do.
That's like my DoorDash lady a few weeks ago that I told you about.
What? Oh yeah, she was a fan.
Yeah, she picked my voice out from this podcast.
That's wild.
Really?
That's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
That's very specific.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
she told me she told me that she listens because she door dashes with her son who has Down syndrome and he likes wrestling. So they listen to the podcast while she's working, so he gets his wrestling.
She's probably not listening to this because it's not on. You know what? Do me a favor. Remind me on Thursday to talk about this on the show because I wanna give a little shout out to her.
Got it.
Because she's probably not listening to the watch along, obviously, because we don't put it on podcast.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Kevin, thank you for calling in, man. Very appreciated.
Thank you
I'll try
much.
to remind
And
you.
thanks
Have a
for
good
hanging
evening.
out.
I'll try to do
Absolutely
my
love seeing you in the
producing
chat room. And enjoy the show.
All right, y'all as well.
You do.
Thanks,
Karrion
Kevin.
Kross
Good luck.
took this. Wow.
I've been having issues
Wow.
with YouTube not notifying me when you go live.
I know. Yeah, everybody's having that problem right now. It's not alerting the subscribers. I don't know why.
I think you know what?
Yeah.
I think
But I
I just
get other
recently
ones.
signed back in, and I get them. I think you have to sign out and sign back in. Recently, I had to sign back in.
Uh-oh.
I do get them.
Is this my internet or your
It just
internet?
started
I
back
think it's
up.
mine. There we go. Andrew, I'm about to send you a Photoshop. Adam, send me your Photoshop, please. Notice
Okay.
how got
Oh,
the
boy.
set turned up for this match. It did actually. All the lights turned off.
I love
Good pick.
Love that match. I love it. He won. How he won.
You know what I love? That it's
These two are
8:49
gonna-
and the show's almost over.
Yeah. You know what? It's gonna be. Here in Michigan. It's going to still be light when the show's done. I'm
see.
still gonna have daylight. How crazy is that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm in LA, so it's like always
So
sunny
they
when you
they
guys
cut
are
her
watching.
last name. She's just Scarlett, not Scarlett Bordeaux.
Yeah. She's been Scarlett since the beginning.
That's fine.
They didn't even start with Bordeaux. Well, if you start that way in NXT, that was my whole issue. Like, go back to the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
When the Wyatt family, they completely developed the character, the gimmick, the act as the Wyatt family, and then brought them up. Now Vince is getting his hands on these people as they're coming up, and he's changing them once they get to TV. He's going, "Oh,
Yeah.
pal, you got to do this." Did you hear the Matt Riddle promo from 2 weeks ago?
No, what was it? Riddle is not on this at all. So I guess he's like gone.
No, he's on SmackDown.
I know, but like I thought they would at least have him do the pay-per-view.
So yeah, they moved him. So they did the promo. They had Kurt Angle, which did that match on NXT, and then he cut the promo. Must have cut it the same day. Cut a promo saying he's coming, and they showed this video, and he's talking about he's like, I did this. I was a UFC fighter, and I was tag team champion, and I did all this. And then the last line just made me hurl. He goes, I was a UFC fighter for this long. I did this, and then all of a sudden he goes, all while wearing no shoes. And he said it just like that, and I'm like, oh, that's so a Vince line.
There you go. Adam, home run.
The potato champion of the world.
There you go. Love that one. What is going on back here? Why is that person leaning up? Oh, there he is.
Who are these people? Oh, that's Code Orange. Okay.
Yeah. Tony Khan looks weird.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, that's
Why is he itchy? What the hell's going on?
That's
what take a bunch of Vicodins?
Stone. Robert Stone looks like he's on. Dude, he looks like that guy that's hanging out at your would be hanging out at your club at like 4 a.m.
He does look like a guy that's hanging out of my club. Hang on.
Oh, damn. Andrew has no pants on?
What's up, Jonathan?
Okay,
How's it going?
Yeah, I was about to say, I guess it's you and I now.
I was like, I'm used
I'm
to
a little...
Rich cut button and keeping me.
I wonder how many people are like in my age group that are watching with us right now that like weren't around when In Your House was originally going.
It's a good question. I was already in my 20s. I mean, I've said it before.
When was the last In Your House?
97, 98? I bet you Andrew.
And I probably.
Oh God,
oh,
Deacon.
God.
Oh God, I'm gonna kill you, Deacon. Deacon, this is gonna be white on white crime. Oh, stop switching. Look over there. Andrew, get control. Get a hold on this. He doesn't put headphones on, so I can say all the shit I want.
Oh, look at it. Andrew doing it.
No! This is a takeover at its best.
Fuck you, Deacon.
With a Budweiser. What's the mask on the couch?
Get out of my chair. No.
Mask. Yeah, what is the mask on the couch?
Why is Deacon
it looks like
on this?
Can I sit there?
It looks like a generic lucha mask.
Okay, get out.
Oh my God, Andrew, get control of this mess. Drive the car. We're going off the road.
I'm back.
Drive the car, Andrew. Drive the car.
Sorry. Did you like my dance?
It was great. It was superb.
I'm gonna have nightmares, but it's okay.
I did the Deacon.
What's the mask on the couch?
So that mask is from somebody mailed me a lucha dick. It's a cardboard cutout of genitals with the head of the penis being a lucha mask. And
wait, can I see this?
No, I don't have the other piece, but I kept the lucha mask.
Oh,
okay.
I kept the cardboard cutout of the lucha mask. But I
told you it was a generic lucha mask.
So my studio is really. So here's what's going on in here today.
Oh boy!
So that's one of my friends. He moved to LA and he writes books for porn actresses.
Huh.
So when he left, we did a cardboard cutout of him. His name is Guy, We did a cardboard cutout, and we bring them to all the parties whenever we have like a party.
I should have him on my podcast.
You should.
God, this reminds me of my days in 2013, sitting in my parents' house watching the guys from Queen's studio tour.
Oh my God, you are an old school fan, dude.
That's still, you know what's funny is when I was setting up some of my
that's still the one that people go to.
Yeah, I would go. Okay, what's Andrew used just to kind of see.
That's how I learned about podcast gear.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, Andrew. You're a Rembrandt when it comes to.
I'm a Rembrandt.
Rembrandt. Whatever I just said.
I got a little man bun going.
All right. I got to say, I'm kind of looking forward to this match. Oh, my.
Oh, it's Tutti Frutti.
Tutti Frutti's in the house. There we go.
Oh, my.
I'm going to tell you, this is probably the most comfortable mask I have, and these things are they're all uncomfortable.
Someone give me a screen grab of this, please.
They look like
There we go. Grab the screen.
They look like they would be just itch around your eyes and around your nose.
Do you have any wrestling tattoos, Mr. Gonzo?
Any wrestling tattoos? I have no tattoos, period. I'm one of those guys.
No?
Somebody asked me about my hair. I'm going for the Andrade hairstyle going forward.
Yeah, Andrade. That'd be impressive. I'm actually gonna try to grow mine out now that I'm done with the
Well, I had it for a while. I mean, that's how I always am. I shaved the sides, and my hair was really. Here, hold on.
Yeah, I just cut mine. Mine was down to my neck.
Mm.
I mean, look at that length.
Of course, we can't get a haircut here for a couple more weeks. So,
Andrew, you guys look like you're in Fallout Boys,
dude. And I know. And here's the problem here, right, Jonathan? You know the club that I work for. I can't have this haircut working.
Right,
doing what I do.
You gotta.
Well, you can. But you'll just be a stereotype.
I would just be a stereotype.
Are you guys opening soon, Andrew? Have they given you a date?
God, I hope so. By the way, Vegas, our pool's open in Vegas. It opened on Friday. The Sapphire topless pool, wide open.
I just put in for a job in Vegas.
Where?
Nice.
For the Raiders.
Oh, did you?
Oh, that's
social
awesome.
media coordinator.
Oh, that's
a great gig for them. You know what, dude? If you need a reference, let me know.
Yeah, hopefully I get a call for an interview. I applied for them 2 other times and never got even an interview, but now I actually have my degree, so I'm hoping I get at least an interview.
Dude.
Yeah, dude, my beard is ridiculous right now. I'm Eric in the chat. My hair is ridiculous. My beard this is so uncomfortable, and I hate it. My wife hates the beard. I gotta trim this thing, but my trimmer broke mid quarantine, and the one that I ordered, I was like, you know what? And here's the problem with this for most guys.
It took 3 weeks to get there.
Well, it did take 3 weeks, but this is the problem that guys that if you have a thick beard. A lot of these cheaper trimmers don't work.
Aren't gonna work. Right.
It takes forever to work. The one that I always buy like the $100 ones, but the problem is they break. Also, they're all shit. I go through these things like every year and a half, so I was like, you know what? I don't want to spend $100. Let me just get like one for $38. I bought a Philips, which is a decent brand. The thing doesn't even budge. It can't cut my beard. It's too thick.
You should get the Manscaped razor.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something. Maybe I shouldn't because they may advertise with me. It doesn't work. Those Manscaped all-in-one things, it's fine for your body hair, but it's not good for your face.
Yeah.
It's just not. Those all-in-ones don't work.
Can I tell you when I did shave my head, I was the hairy razors. Those things did not work on freaking regular hair. They work great on facial hair and awesome, but I would go through blades way faster than it would be to let my hair grow out and get a haircut. Let's put it
Dude,
that way.
these three are all unbelievable. This should be a really good match. And
Well,
I'm
they're
willing to
giving
bet.
They're
I'm willing
giving
to
us
bet-
a good 20 minutes.
How did they? Never mind. I can't say what I'm.
Well,
I'm
real
gonna
quick.
say. Sorry, I almost slipped.
So
and got
real
into
quick.
trouble.
Don't get in trouble.
I
But real
almost did.
quick, Rhea Ripley, her black and white boots are for her interracial relationship. Whole
Is
Black
that what
Lives
it is?
Matter thing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good for her.
That's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
And I
she's
know her,
dating- she's dating a wrestler, right?
Well,
his
so
name is.
I know
Stacey
him from
Urban.
weightlifting.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Stacey Urban is the name, right?
Stacey Urban.
Yeah. So I competed in USAW since I was 10, and
Oh,
I know
nice.
him from that industry because he
Oh, wow.
competed a little bit too. And
Okay,
he
that
was
makes
very
sense.
open. Yeah, he was very open about his flamboyant sex life, which just makes me question a bunch of things.
Oh, I know a little bit about that.
Yeah. Especially if you put into account Rhea's outfits, it makes me wonder.
Yeah. Here we go.
But
Main event.
which
This
is
is
great.
pretty
Like,
ac-
it is
I-
sunny
I think
outside
this is
still here.
awesome.
Well, you're in
it's-
California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like 6 o'clock, this thing's probably gonna end for me at 6:30. Like if stuff was open, imagine the things I could do.
Mhm.
Well, no, wait a minute.
Right.
Restaurants are open in LA.
You can't dine in.
You cannot dine in.
Oh, they still.
No, everything is
So,
still
Andrew,
takeout.
I got to tell you something.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of the Mastros in Thousand Oaks. I don't know if you know where that is.
Yeah, no, that's super north for me. I would have to.
Where are
Uh,
you? Where in LA are you?
I'm in Long Beach.
Okay, so
Yeah. Okay.
I'm in Santa Monica and Beverly Hills most of the time now.
Yeah.
So when I would go to LA all the time, I would stay in Calabasas. That's where I was in LA 7 times in less than a year. I was staying in
Got it. You were
Calabasas
staying
and
with Kanye.
I was staying with Kanye. Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
I was staying. I got a story. You know what? I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this because guess what? I got a little treat for everybody this Thursday.
Okay.
I got actually a gigantic treat this Thursday. Thursday night, one time only, the Andrews Arian Show returns.
Ooh.
One night only. That's it. It's not going to happen again.
Ooh.
Casey Aurora, Kunal's going to be here. I think Coco may show up. Jess is going to be here. And maybe Tim Dillon's calling in.
So this is like Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement.
Just one
Don't
off.
make
Never
it
again. It's
suck.
never happening again. It's never going to happen again because I cannot do that show in today's climate. I cannot do that show in today's climate. It is almost
It's the Office
impossible.
of Podcasts.
Huh?
You have to be very.
It's the Office of
specific.
Podcasts.
Yeah, I know. It's the Office of
Yeah.
Podcasts. I cannot do that show by today's standards. Charlotte, big chops.
These are
Charlotte's shorts
fantastic.
don't fit her.
They do not. Can I tell you? If I ever get into a magazine, the first pose I'm doing is you in the underwear with the 2 girls with you.
Oh, my Step in That magazine cover?
Yeah.
Where is that? Please do that one. I got the magazine here somewhere. Step in That magazine, 2009. 2000,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
December 2009. I was on the cover of. Do you know what that was an homage to? That cover?
I do not.
Howard Stern, when he did the cover of Steppin' Out, he did the King of all media, and that was his cover. He had the whole the crown and the the girls, and mine was
Was it Jenna
they called
Jameson, one of the girls?
I don't know. Mine was 2 girls that I believe are deceased at this point. The girls that I was in the photo with. Have you done more free for alls? No, I haven't. But this week we're gonna do a free for all.
That just got super dark.
Yeah. They're both dead. We shot it in Sapphire, actually. That was the first time I was in the building. That's how I got connected with them.
Huh.
Oh, that's awesome.
Real quick, while you were gone, me and MG Geek were talking about if anyone in the chat is in my age group, and this is the actual first In Your House they've actually watched, because I've never seen it In Your House prior to this.
This is your first In Your House.
Yeah. Because I'm 26. I didn't start watching pay-per-views
yeah,
till
dude,
like
you've
2000.
never seen this.
Well-
But can I tell you something about
well-
the in-your-house pay-per-views? They generally suck.
Yeah.
The early ones were terrible.
they
they
did.
hadn't figured out how to do the pay-per-view format, so they would do like in your house 6, in your house 7. And then they realized like, oh shit, we should make these feel like pay-per-views and not just like one-off shows. So they started doing
You know what I'm pretty sure the first one that was any good was the one they did they had the Hell in the Cell match.
No, I would say Mind Games.
Am I right or wrong?
No, Mind Games.
Mind Games?
Mind Games. In Your House Mind Games, 1996.
And what year was that?
1996. It was Shawn and Foley, and people were blown away how good Foley was.
Okay, yeah. So that was okay. So a lot of people won't remember. Jonathan, you won't remember this because what you said, but before
Wow.
in your houses, before the in your houses, there was only 5 pay-per-views a year. King of the
I'm
Ring,
familiar with-
SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Survivor Series.
Well, even
and
before
Royal
King of
Rumble.
the Ring, it was 4. King of the Ring was what, 93? 94? 93?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What pay-per-view do you
somewhere in
wish
there,
was
yeah.
back?
Yeah, but that was pay-per-views, and then they added the in your houses, and they were supposed to be shorter and cheaper.
Yeah, it
And
was supposed to be like
they did that
$14.95.
for a while. Yeah, and they did that for a while, and then all of a sudden, at some point, they just evolved into regular monthly pay-per-views.
You know what I always, when I'm watching, like right now, this is actually a really good match. Whenever I watch these really solid women's matches, like these performers are unbelievable. I always remember the comment about Natty from probably 10 years ago, probably more than that. Natty was becoming one of the hottest female wrestlers pre-WWE, right? Like everybody knew Natty Neidhart. And then they did the whole, Hart Foundation and everything else. And the biggest complaint was she's really good, but she wrestles like a man. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
I always think about that. Whenever we're watching a really good match like this, we got to remember that was the concept 10 years ago even. 2009? Yeah. 2010? Yeah. That was still the concept. What is wrong with you? Get away. No, get away. You're sick. Can you go to your house? Why are you here? Go home. He just stays here now. Nobody leaves my house. He just stays here.
Well, yeah, they're quarantining.
Yeah, we're all quarantining. And my brother's living with me now.
Okay. What was your most memorable pay-per-view you've ever been to?
That I've ever been to?
Yeah.
Let's see. WrestleMania 20.
Okay.
WrestleMania 10. SummerSlam. I'll tell you what pay-per-views I've been to.
Oh, you're spoiled. You're
SummerSlam
spoiled.
91. SummerSlam 91. I was at a pay-per-view. I gotta remember. I was at a pay-per-view at probably like 99, 2000. What pay-per-view was held at the Nassau Coliseum? I was there for that. I can't remember what it was. I was at Royal Rumble. Which one did they do in New York? Whatever that Rumble was. 2000?
The one where Cena came back.
No. I was at Royal Rumble 2000. Okay. Was it 2000?
2000 would have been
New York.
Yeah.
I was at Royal
My parents
Rumble
had
2000.
their honeymoon at WWF New York.
Did they really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was at WWF New York, and then it was the World, and I used to promote for them. I was a club promoter for a little period of my life.
So I've been to one pay-per-view in my life, and
hold on, I'm not done, MG Geek. I'm not done.
I'm so sorry.
Hold on, we're going down.
Keep going.
We're going
I apologize.
down. We're gonna go down the list.
I didn't realize it was freaking you're spoiled, and you've been to 9,000.
SummerSlam 91. SummerSlam 91.
I've only been to one pay-per-view too, MG Geek, so it's okay.
WrestleMania 10. WrestleMania 20.
He gets 4.
Something in 99 at the Nassau Coliseum. I cannot remember, so it says it's really memorable. Royal Rumble 2000. I was at SummerSlam. Which SummerSlam was in New York? 2001? When they had that big set?
There was 2 back-to-back.
Which one? Okay, here's the thing. When did Taz debut?
Oh,
That was at Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble 2000.
2000,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
he was
so
still, yeah.
you know what? Then I'm mixing it. Then I'm mixing the. I was at a SummerSlam in New York. It could have been '98. I cannot remember the SummerSlam. Then obviously 2004. I was at WrestleMania 20. ECW One Night Stand 2005. One Night Stand 2006.
It was at Hammerstein, right?
Hammerstein, my favorite building in the whole freaking world. And then I think just the NXT shows. I have not gone to a WWE pay-per-view since probably ECW.
Wow.
Okay.
I think so. I'm trying to remember
the only
anything
pay-per-view I ever went to was No Mercy. I forget what year, but it was the Heidenreich Undertaker Hearst match at the Continental Airlines Arena.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And I remember because I was at a family dinner, my parents were arguing, and all of a sudden my mom comes running into the room and yanks me up by the arm and starts singing, "You're going to No Mercy, you're going to No Mercy."
Okay.
So then we go, no tickets. My dad scalps tickets on the way to the arena after parking. We get in, and I look at him and said, "The tickets worked," right in front of security, and we almost got kicked out.
Oh
and
my
we
god!
enjoyed the show.
Okay, so now I remember what it was. It was SummerSlam '98. I was at SummerSlam '98 at the Garden, and the main event was Steve Austin and The Undertaker. And then the Nassau Coliseum one was SummerSlam 2002, Rock versus Lesnar for the title.
Oh yeah. I remember that one.
So I actually got one on both of you.
Okay.
My only pay-per-view, believe it or not, is a WCW pay-per-view. And I absolutely hate. I hate it now when I went back and watched it. Andrew, we need to do a watch.
Can we guess? Can I guess what it is?
Yeah, it's in Detroit. So it's
so you went to Joe Louis Arena.
No, they were running the Palace. The WCW was running the Palace. Remember?
WWE ran Joe Louis.
Joe Louis, right? So so you got to go with that. So so it was the
Palace at Auburn Hills.
Oh, they're tearing up the set.
So it's fantastic.
So what pay-per-view would have been? I got to think. It has to be.
It was prime time WCW.
Prime time.
Time.
So
I mean,
there's two options.
Right in them.
Right. There's two options here.
Mm-hmm.
We're going 98.
A little sooner than that.
Okay, so 97.
Oh, bingo.
Okay. So,
which pretty much
I'm gonna tell you. So this is like playing Clue, right? 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row, a pay-per-view was held at the Palace in Auburn Hills by WCW.
You nailed it.
And that pay-per-view was World War III. That became their building for that pay-per-view.
Yep. And it was so I got tickets to World War III through my boss at the time. I was working in a restaurant. Because he would get swag tickets and give them away as incentive prizes to the staff, but he didn't want to give them away. And I was a trainer for him, and I'm in the office. He goes, "I got these. I don't know what to do with them. Give them to me." He goes, "You want to go?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" So my brother and I went to the show, and I didn't realize it at the time, but after doing all the research,
crap! She's all the way on the top, by the way.
Oh wow! Oh, that's gonna be nuts. So so they ended up papering the whole upper ring was full and the lower one wasn't. It was all papered. And it was terrible. Every old wrestler you can imagine came out of that locker room.
Do you know what the next big pay-per-view that they had in that building was? After 98?
You want a second to think about that, MG Geek?
Slammiversary 2009.
Oh, Slammiversary, yeah.
Yep. So the main event for this show that you were at. World War III, 1997.
It was terrible. That was the one where Scott Hall. Okay, so all the
Hall
posters
won
had
the
Sting
3-ring. Yeah, the 3-ring 60-man battle royal.
All the posters had Sting on it, so we thought we were getting a Sting appearance because this was a month before the big match, the Starrcade. Hogan versus
Starrcade
Sting.
98. Yeah.
Yeah, so this was going to be the big setup, and Kevin Nash came out of the rafters as
Io Shirai on the top turnbuckle. By the way, here comes Rhea Ripley.
Right,
big right hand to the face. Hold on, let's go back to the match and we can talk about WCW.
I'm a little ahead of you.
Charlotte right into the turnbuckle. Rhea Ripley in control right now. Here we go. Big right hand onto Io Shirai's face. Big chop onto Io on the top. Sitting on the top turnbuckle. Here comes Rhea Ripley on the second turnbuckle on the top. What is she going for? Here we go. Big suplex from the top turnbuckle. Gets her up. No, she doesn't. Io fighting. Fighting for this moment. Not to get suplexed to the ground.
That's awesome.
Io gaining control right now.
She shifted her body weight.
She came right under her. Io Shirai on the ground. Rhea Ripley
she's gonna AJ
sitting
Styles
on the top of the ropes.
Yep, AJ Styles out of it.
Where are we going? Here we go. Big Hurricane. No! Grabbed. She went for a Frankenstein or... Nice big boot by Rhea. Here's a story right here.
Scarlett.
Big shot by Charlotte.
Charlotte, big boot.
Big boot by Charlotte.
We got
it
your
gets
back.
harder when you have a couple drinks. I know, but you know what? It's funny because it gets a little harder every time you have a couple more drinks. Both on the top. These are two big girl. I mean, these are not little.
Big girl. They're like 5'10".
Oh. I think Charlotte may have had a slip.
Oh, man. Pump handle? Is she going to pump handle?
Big pump handle from the top.
Love me a good pump handle.
There we go. Io Shirai. Crab behind Io.
I'm ahead of you guys, so I'll try not to.
Misses the big boot. Io Shirai, big hit again. Left, right. Off the rope. Going up and easy. No, grabbed her.
I love me some Io Shirai. I would love her to win this, but I don't think she's
got her in a submission. I'm calling it like Vince, and I'm not going to call the moves. Charlotte with a kendo stick. Big hit to the back. No DQs in this match. Another big hit to the back with the kendo stick. Charlotte Flair in control of both women. She's taking it easy on Io Shirai, but nailing him on Rhea. Have you noticed that?
I just noticed, yeah.
Maybe there's some heat there.
Charlotte's looking deranged. Goes for a spear. Hit Rhea with a big spear. Going for the pin. Is this enough? No. Going for a sharpshooter. Rhea fighting for it. Got her in a sharpshooter. Can this do it?
Sharpshooter. Oh, we had this discussion earlier. That's not a sharpshooter. It's a figure four.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I keep doing this. Why? Figure four. I called the figure four sharpshooter. Now I'm calling it a... Oh, hi, Nick. Oh, my God. Right on her head. No, get out of here.
Okay, you finally saw it.
Oh! Oh!
Is Io Shirai...
wow!
Yeah.
Io Shirai just won. That's awesome.
Great.
They're telling the story that Charlotte was stuck. That doesn't hurt Charlotte.
Oh.
Nope. Charlotte could have won. Because you know why? Her shoulders were pinned. It was a 3 count. And in a submission, if your shoulders are flat on the mat, the ref counts 3. The ref counted 3 because her shoulders were on the mat.
They could run.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
They could definitely run.
But if you look back, Charlotte was breaking the hold. She was actively trying to get the pin. She wasn't going for the pin. She was trying to break up the pin. I mean,
talk about.
Let's see this.
You knew they had putting this as the main event. Yeah. You knew they had to change the title.
Yeah. No. Right? Great job. Great job with this.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Charlotte. They're going to tell the story that Charlotte was trying to get out.
Vince got bored with NXT. All right, Charlotte, come back up.
I want to see this pin again.
Facebook is going nuts. I'm getting notifications left and right. Oh my god. By the way, Andrew, I got the iPhone.
You got it?
Down and bought the iPhone.
Which one you got?
The 11, just a straight 11.
Good for you.
Decided I didn't
There they
need
go.
the big
Nice spear. Hold on, let me see
all
this.
that power.
So put her in the figure 4. Got her in the figure 4 easy. Then went into the figure 8. Here we go.
Yeah, look at Charlotte.
Oh, she freaking looked like she dropped her, like put her out.
No, this is great. They did a great job with this.
Oh, I love the celebration with the Japan style streamers. How fantastic! Good for Io. Y'all know I love me some Io Shirai.
Who's gonna clean this? Who's gonna clean this mess?
The students.
Social distancing, man. We gotta go. We gotta leave.
All right. So you know what? Let's do some phone calls. What do you guys say?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's hang out for a little bit.
Anybody
It's
got
still
questions?
early. Still early. Give us your questions. 888-828-1437. That's 888-828-1GFQ. We got the phone line set up finally. I'm loving the phone line. I'm going to be honest with you. This was the best thing I did in the studio for a long time. Perfect. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Did not go 3 hours. The show did not go 3 hours. We got a caller. Let's see. Caller, you're on the air. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Nick in North Carolina. How are you?
Nick in North Carolina. Nick, what's going on?
Hey, a quick question for you guys. I haven't been following everything. When are fans going to be allowed back at these events, WWE and UFC? You guys got any ideas?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll answer your question. Nick, thank you so much for calling in. I've been asked this question a bunch of times. From what I was told this week about WWE, that it's quite possible that I was told that they said expect it soon, right? They said probably this week or the following week. I thought about this, and what WWE did yesterday was film the pay-per-view for next Sunday. It's all recorded already. Backlash is done. So they're going to go. They're going to edit it. So I'm anticipating by Monday you'll see a much larger crowd. I don't know if it's going to be talent-based. I don't know if it's going to be students. I don't know if it's going to what it's going to be. But they are going to have more people in the crowd. Tonight was evident. You could see that there were people visually there when they did that other shot. I think that's to prepare people into having an audience there. When they go to that crowd shot, I don't even know if they have to because the set looks so good. From what I'm anticipating, I'm going to say not this week, but the following week we'll get an audience for WWE. AEW, I know they're trying actively to see what they could fit in that building. I don't think it'll be open to the actual public for another 2 to 3 weeks. But I'm anticipating this month is when we're going to see people there. UFC, I don't know. It depends on where they're running a show, I guess.
One thing I think they're going to do is they'll start vetting some of their like loyalists and their NXT loyalists because they have like a core crowd of like 200 people. They go to every damn show.
Yeah. And
they have contact information for all those people. So I bet you they will vet them, test them, say, hey, come, and they'll have a small, maybe 50 people. And then as the weeks go on, they can just kind of add a few more.
Yeah,
see what they can get away with. That's what I bet they're going to do.
Listen, you need the crowd. You need the crowd. Something that we've learned about wrestling is that this is so heavily based on the energy in that room. It really goes.
Tonight
it really
was fantastic for that.
Tonight was fantastic. Yeah, tonight was great. AEW's done a great job at this, and I'm curious if part of them resisting bringing people in had to do with the fact that AEW was doing it and they were doing it so well. By having noise in there, they didn't want to seem like they were copying. But, again, I don't think anybody anticipated that we were going to be doing this for this long. When this started out on March 18th here in New York, I I think the assumption was that it'll be like a month, 6 weeks tops. Well, then April came and May came, and now we're in June. And New York City doesn't look like we're going to be opening up restaurants till about July. You know, based on the coronavirus, I don't know now with the protests and everything, it's even more affected. But I think nobody in the WWE had nobody was prepared for it to be this long. And this is a company that has a very difficult time adapting and shifting and pivoting compared to an AEW. And I think they stuck to their story for a long time, saying like, no, it's going to be empty arenas. We're not going to have people in here. We're not going to have the talent in the crowd like AEW's doing it because they're doing it first. I think they tried to stick to that as long as they could, and they realized it doesn't work. And that's all. Nobody has anything to say. Perfect.
That's his rant. I was waiting for someone to chime in other than me.
Yeah. All right. Let me run to the restroom. How about that? You guys take over the show. I'm leaving.
Okay.
Got it.
MGG talk. Better not embarrass me.
All right. Chat room.
Let's
questions.
embarrass him.
Any questions? Any questions for Jonathan
Let's see.
and I?
Bruce Lee 30 for 30.
Yes, Thomas. And by the way, Thomas, I did get your comment about that WCW pay-per-view. They did run Joe Arena in 95. That's where Big Show won his championship. Then they somewhere after that they started doing the Palace full time. For whatever reason, a 27,000 seat arena, and they were half full.
You know what I wonder?
Yeah.
As I'm watching this Ric Flair 24, I wonder if they're ever going to. Yeah, I wonder if they're ever going to move forward with a physical Hall of Fame, either at the Performance Center.
I've heard of that.
In
I've
Stanford.
heard that, and
I heard about it a
really
while
need
ago.
to,
But
if they want to make this if they want people to take it seriously. But see, here's the issue: and I've said this all the time, and people bitch. I hear it in our Facebook group. Oh, this person is in the Hall of Fame. This person is in the Hall of Fame. What's the Hall of Fame? It's Vince giving out a employee appreciation award every year. That's basically what it is.
But it doesn't just need to be the Hall of Fame and the classes. You could have all that stuff from the warehouse, all these outfits.
Yeah,
exactly. Everything
that would be something I don't know about you, but I would pay like $17-18, right?
Oh yeah, and I would.
I'm sure that would cost.
I mean, more than that, just to travel down there.
Yeah. Just $17-18, and oh my, the potato's back. Fucking Andrew the potato.
I'm a potato.
So Andrew, we were talking about a physical Hall of Fame WWE building at the Performance Center, possibly.
Say that again.
We were talking about should WWE open a physical Hall of Fame at the Performance Center for
They were looking
fans.
to do one in Orlando.
Yeah. You know what?
So why haven't they?
And Andrew, you could probably tell us this.
I knew this. Go ahead.
Because you could have all these sets.
Hang on. I got a delay from everybody. Hold on. Okay. MG Geek, go.
I say the best place, I feel like the best place would be somewhere on the grounds of MSG would be the best place.
So there is a little section. There is like a little section of MSG for like wrestling stuff. I definitely think MSG, but they don't want ownership. Like WWE wouldn't want to give ownership. So I think the Performance Center would be. I know that they were looking to do it in Orlando. They were looking
Performance Center is. Have you looked at Google Mapped? So I'm a geek like this. That's why it's in my name. But I Google Map everything when I for logistics. Like, how come they don't do it here? So my brain goes, okay, let's figure out. So I'll go Google Map it. It's in one of those industrial parks in Orlando.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So there's no way you can put. And when they did that March 11th show, when everything shut, the next day everything shut down. when they did that show, they had to bus in all the crowd from Full Sail because they have no parking. They have no parking there, so they had to bus them in. It's in one of those like industrial parks, like their next door neighbors, like a landscaping, like a irrigation company.
Yeah, no,
places
I know.
like that.
Yeah, but Vince could buy them out.
Well, how far are they from Full Sail?
It's I want to say 5 miles.
Okay, not
Yeah,
bad.
you could also do a shuttle,
far.
like an official WWE shuttle. Get some of those buses like Disney.
That's what they did. That day on their Instagram, Shotzi Blackheart and I forget someone else rode the shuttle with the fans.
Yeah.
And over.
Yeah.
So they did that. They did an official shuttle that way. That's exactly what they did. And so they will do that. And I think they're going to do it again here very soon or something similar to that. They gotta.
Yeah, it's
all right.
Florida's weird, man.
Yeah, well, hey, they're trying. I'll give them that. By the way,
because
just go ahead, Jonathan. I can wait a second.
I'm just saying, I just want to see all that warehouse stuff in one place that I could go check out.
Oh yeah, like the sets and everything. Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, like they could do everything they do at the Axis, but have it stationary where you go see it year round, and then they close it down for WrestleMania weekend. Take it to wherever they're going.
On site, right?
Yeah, and then you can update it every year.
Yeah, and that's promotion for the actual building.
I mean, isn't this the best
all year round?
Isn't this the best argument for Disney buying WWE?
Oh.
And having a Hall of Fame in Disney World, just having
that might be part of it, right? They don't have anything they can leech onto.
No, they don't, because they don't like doing that. They don't like doing that.
Right.
You would have to, it would have to be a Disney World, and it would have to be in the MGM section.
They're in cahoots with Fox, but I don't know what properties Fox owns that are like amusement park type places.
That's going to be interesting to see if anything happens to Universal with the Simpsons land with Fox, if that ever switches hands.
Well, it's on Simpsons is on Simpsons is on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
but
the amusement rights
the amusement park
is held by Universal.
So yeah.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. I'm trying to see any questions in the
like
chat before I wrap it up.
Any questions? So
you want to sift through the questions?
That's another thing. I'm looking. We didn't get questions, guys. Questions. Who's got some questions?
What does everyone think of the Thor Eddie Hall fight next year?
Mm-hmm.
Thor Eddie Hall.
Ooh, we could talk McGregor since he retired from UFC.
Eddie Hall Thor. Who's he fighting?
Oh, McGregor retired last night. He's such a wrestler, dude. That guy is
I wonder if he's coming over.
Retirement.
Oh my God.
Do you think this is the one he jumps over to WWE?
At some point,
they can't afford him.
At least, well, is he really asking like 9 figures? Is that what his thing is?
He's asking. No, he's not asking 9 figures.
Well, that's what he gets. That's what he gets for a fight.
He's asking. He doesn't get 9 figures.
Maybe after sponsorships and stuff.
Mayweather.
Well, yeah, Mayweather. He made $100 million. I mean, that's an anomaly, right? But he's
right.
What did he get for the last UFC fight? It was like $10 million.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was what the card was. That's not including the sponsorship stuff.
I remember reading UFC.
Now his whiskey's doing pretty good, so I think he's doing okay.
I think it was like $14 million the last fight he got. Here's the thing about Conor. He's, the last fight he did not win. He's still a tremendous name for UFC, but here's the biggest problem, okay? Let's say he's getting paid $14 million a fight. I think the number was $14 million or $10 million, but it was something high, right? It was a 7, 8 figure salary for that fight.
Right.
That money is coming from where? The freaking gate.
Yep.
Right.
The
There's
gate,
no gate.
merch, and pay-per-view. That's what sells, that's what you're going to make the money
There's
off.
no gate.
Right, and there's no gate. So a
Mhm.
big chunk of your money is gone. So like an event like MSG where you or let's say Vegas, right? Vegas is a great example. You're going to put a tax essentially because you're in a desirable
T-Mobile Arena is like 18, so 16,000.
Okay.
Let's say 16,000.
So he's going to get paid out of that gate. That gate is a few $1 million.
Yeah.
So it covers something. The pay-per-view covers something. You need everything in order for this to become a business like that you want to afford to do, like a Lesnar or a George St. Pierre or even Mayweather, McGregor. So you need a large gate in order to kind of sustain everything on the card. When you don't have a gate, you're paying out a pay-per-view, and God forbid, it's a bad day. Something happens. Give you a great example. Last Saturday, right? If let's say that was supposed to be a Connor pay-per-view that Saturday. Now, all of a sudden, the freaking riots start happening, right? People are rioting. Cities are rioting. There's major problems. Your pay-per-view number is going to be plummeted.
Shit. Yep.
It's going to be terrible because nobody's interested. Listen, at the end of the day, everybody loves their entertainment. But when real world issues are happening like they're happening today, they're gonna turn it off. They're not going to be interested in paying. Listen, do you want to pay? Do you want to pay? Yeah, like the whole freaking year, just shut off the whole year. Let's say you live in a New York market. What are you going to do if that happens?
Yep.
You're not going to order the pay-per-view. You're going to be more focused in on seeing what's happening around the world.
I know you messaged me. You messaged me like, God, like beginning of last week, and you're like, Monday. You're like, everything is still to shit here. you were almost terrified.
It's not. You know what? It's not good. None of this is good. There's no. I understand change, and that's fine, but this is not a healthy environment.
Oh my God!
At the end of the day, no matter how much you could glorify the protests, you could talk about all the positive, but at the end of the day, it's still based on something heinous and terrible. We got a call. Let's answer this. Call, you're on the air. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Adam in New Hampshire again.
Adam, what's going on?
Hey, I was talking about Eddie Hall. And Half-Thor Bjornsson.
Yes. There you go. Yeah, the Eddie Hall and the Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did they do the competition, the weight training? What is it? It's a boxing fight.
Yeah, they've had a beef for a couple of years, and after
but they were both competitive lifters.
Yeah, strongmen.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude.
So Thor just beat Eddie Hall's deadlift record, 501 kilograms.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, he challenged Eddie Hall to a fight, and they both signed I think a 6-figure deal to box each other next year.
Oh my God! How are they going to do this? These are, but first of all, these are tremendous guys.
Huge, right?
I think Eddie Hall is like 400 and something pounds, and the same thing with Thor. I think
they're giant.
He's 6'9". I know that, but I think he's like 450, and I think Eddie Hall is like 430.
Yeah, they're going to slim down, I think, drastically because I think they actually want to have a competitive boxing match. I don't think they're going to, just brawl each other.
Dude, there's no way. There's no way Eddie Hall could beat Thor.
I don't know. They've posted some training videos. Eddie Hall's moving substantially better than Thor is.
I mean, I'm looking at this video right now. Let's see.
The thing is I know about guys that big, and I tried my hand at bodybuilding back in the day. And when you start training like that and you start like in the strongman training, your muscles shorten up and those quick movements
goes away.
I can't see them going very long at all.
Well, I'm looking at both of them right now. They have both slimmed down.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at Thor right now. He's way smaller. I mean, he's still gigantic, right? Like he's still a huge, but he's
massive.
not. He's leaned out. Like he looks great.
Eddie Hall's down, I think, 50, 60 pounds at least.
But you could tell that Thor has never boxed in his life.
Yeah, he moves like an idiot.
Yeah, he does it. I mean, listen, I've boxed. I've done. My grandfather was a boxer. I've done MMA. This guy does not move like he's ever boxed in his life. And by the way, let me tell you, this is not something that could be taught to anybody.
No.
You know, it's not the fluidness of your footwork and your hands is not something that you can learn in your 30s.
Thor looks like he boxes like I would box, and that's not good.
Listen, I'm not a great boxer, but I probably have better foot movement and hand movement than this guy.
So, Adam,
your arms look
do
very
you think
orange,
this is...
My what? My arms,
your arms
what?
look very orange.
Dude, I am tan.
Adam,
Dude, I am.
You have Donald Trump's arms.
Dude, I've just been laying in my yard. This is all natural. I got the greatest. I got to go put on a tank top because you'll see it. I have the craziest tan lines right now. I'm so
just take your shirt off.
I'm gonna take it off right now. I'm not taking off my shirt on. You know what?
And then eat it. Eat that shirt.
Eat the shirt. You see what you
all
did,
the tropes.
Adam?
Let's just get all the tropes. Damn it. No, I wanted to ask Adam a question. I was like,
hang on, you guys. I'm gonna go put on a tank top. Hang on.
Oh Lord, Adam, do you think? Are you saying that this might be the next big pay-per-view draw? Is that what you're going for here, or think it's just?
Last time I called in at the last pay-per-view, I was talking about how none of these pay-per-views seem like they're worth my money.
Right.
But to see two of the strongest men in the world box each other, that might be worth my money.
That's fair. That's interesting. So I'm gonna throw it out there, and after last night's, because if anyone don't know where I live in the middle of Michigan. I live very close to Flint, Michigan, so I get a lot of the water bullshit, whatever. I don't care, but one of the draws here, and I heard it from everyone last night, is the next big super fight, Amanda Nunes versus Clarissa Shields. Might actually freaking draw on a very interesting national level. I'm curious. I don't know if that'll happen, but I've heard, you know, it'd have to be a Mayweather McGregor thing, but we'll see.
Dude, look at this tan.
Oh my God!
Look at this tan.
Look at the sexy boy just came back.
Look at this.
Wow.
Look at the difference. I told you,
you narcissistic son of a bitch.
I get ridiculously tan, and I resemble a Thanksgiving turkey.
There's still I don't think my stream is caught up to you.
You'll see it.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Look at that tan.
Oh, beautiful.
So, Andrew, what we just asked Adam was if he thought that fight would be a draw, and his response was simple. There's nothing he's seeing that he would pay for, but he would pay for that. And I said, what if? And you know, in my area, you know where I live, one of the big stars here is Clarissa Shields. Yeah. After last night, there's been a lot of talk about a crossover super fight between Amanda Nunes and Clarissa Shields.
I'm into that.
So I'm wondering
in what kind of fight? But what kind of fight they're gonna have? A boxing fight?
They would have to. I don't think they would do a.
Here's the thing. I find it funny because they consider
but that's
boxing.
What people would pay for that. You know,
I don't know how much they would
pay for that.
I would watch it.
You know, people. Would
I'm not even a boxing
like
fan.
That.
You're not, but you want to see this.
Yeah,
because I love World's Strongest Man. I love watching strongman stuff. It's like, damn, I want to see those guys fight each other.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I'm very curious about it. You know, but you know, we gotta. That actually goes back to the wrestling thing. Do we think that WWE is going to be able to do that tier they want to do, where they sell Mania outright next year?
What, in addition to the
With the
network?
climate we have now,
I don't know. I don't know by
Going
today. I don't know how. Well, here's the biggest problem here, right? That was the goal. That was the plan. The whole ESPN thing was to kind of get you prepared for this. And it was a backup deal where, oh, shit, if we can't get that deal with the networks, we have ESPN that'll be our provider for WrestleMania. The biggest mistake they made was by putting WrestleMania on the network. It did not, and I've spoken to people about this in the company. It did not affect the number at all, the overall number for subscribers. It did not affect it at all.
Well, how did it affect the revenue as far as the average? Because I assume not everyone bought every pay-per-view, right? But everyone's always, if you're a subscriber, you're always paying. You're paying for the network every month.
Yeah, you're paying for the month. So, but those people that subscribe for it would have still ordered the pay-per-view.
Oh, I see.
So you got about 1.5 million subscribers, right? Like actual subscribers. Those people would have paid for the pay-per-views regardless. Now, the concept originally was that the Big Four stays on pay-per-view and everything else goes on the network, which is great. It makes a lot of sense to do it that way because you're getting revenue on every end. They were very adamant. This has a lot to do with the firing of Michelle Wilson and George Barrios, where they were very much behind taking pay-per-views and putting it on the network. And the reality is, X amount of years later, guess what? The numbers are dropping and not growing. And that has everything to do with the fact that they gave you everything up front and there's no pay-per-view business anymore. And now how do you do that? How do you say to the people that subscribed for pay-per-views, how do you tell them like, oh, by the way, WrestleMania, sorry. Royal Rumble, sorry. You got to pay for it.
That would piss me off.
That would piss you off.
Pissed off.
But it wouldn't have pissed you off in the beginning if they had done it that way. Yeah.
No, not at all.
You can't ever go back to $60, $70, $80, $90 a month for pay-per-views. It's over. That's gone.
There's no way. I always have people over typically for pay-per-views, and sometimes a lot of people show up, sometimes no one shows up.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, now I got to eat this $50 and watch it alone.
Yeah.
It's not even fun.
No. So I understand why they thought that this is the direction to go, but once you give everything, how do you grow beyond that? Right? Like, what would entice somebody that may not have the WWE Network or had it at one point and doesn't have it anymore? How do you grow that? You can't. Once you give away the whole freaking house, that's it. You're done. You know, I went through
niche too.
It is a niche, and it gets smaller every year. But here's a great example. If you love older wrestling, it's perfect for you. I don't think those network numbers would have been that affected if you did not put the Big Four. I would take I would put my money on there would not be I would say maybe 5% of your audience wouldn't be there. But you know what? You would get that money on the pay-per-view side. So WrestleMania would still be drawing 1 million buys at $80 a piece. That's a crazy number for them.
How much of that cash did WWE actually get though?
60-40. They got 60% of it.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah. No, WrestleMania, for example, was like a $60 million pay-per-view for them. The big, you know what the biggest WrestleMania was for them? MG Geek, do you know which one? Did he step away?
I don't know where he went.
Oh, Jonathan, you're still here.
Was it the one with Hogan?
I'm still here.
In The Rock, maybe?
No. Nope.
Was it Rock and Cena?
Nope.
30?
Nope. It was 27 with Trump.
Oh,
that was
I
the
knew
biggest
that.
That was the biggest WrestleMania they ever had. I'm trying to find WrestleMania numbers. Here we go. WrestleMania did, I believe 2013 was the last WrestleMania, right? 2012 was
2012 was New York.
No, 2012 was not. Was it?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
29. It was 29.
Yeah, because I remember I was supposed to go to for graduation.
I did that.
For high school.
I did a huge.
Oh, wait a minute. What was the one before that? Was that the one with Trump? The one before?
The Trump one was here.
Trump was two before.
Which year was that?
2006, I believe, was the
No, can't be.
was here at Ford Field in
2007.
Detroit.
2007.
Okay, 2000. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it was one
So
of those
it
years.
did 1.2 million.
Okay.
Actually, WrestleMania 2012. That
12 was Miami.
2012 was
And then
Miami.
13 was New York.
20. Okay,
Yeah.
that was New York, and then
New
it
Orleans
went to
was
the
30.
network, and then it was on the network after that. Okay.
Yeah.
So 2012 did 1.25 million. So which actually this is not accurate numbers because I just spoke to someone in the TV business and they said the Trump one was the biggest one and they can't believe it. 1.2 versus I mean listen, a couple 100,000 people doesn't matter, but that's a lot of money for $50 a piece.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
a lot of money.
So I would even argue.
I didn't start
real
watching
quick.
WrestleMania. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, there's a little bit of a delay. So I would argue that with the network, if you had the network, say you keep it like it is, $9.99, when the pay-per-views come around, hey, those big four, you can watch them, but they're going to be another, like I don't know, $19.
Well, that's where we're headed. That's the direction we're headed.
Which we should be.
That's where we're gonna go. Where it's gonna be
as long as they don't rape us and they keep that like, I'm okay with that because then I can choose not to watch those if I don't want to, right?
I'm getting my messages from.
Go ahead, Jonathan. You had something to say. Go ahead.
I didn't start watching WrestleManias, and obviously I'm a lot younger, but I didn't start watching WrestleManias until the network.
Right.
Because that was the first thing that I could afford.
So here's the thing. So then you have that other side of things where there's an entire generation. Oh crap, Adam.
Did Adam go away? Oh, I was about to ask him a question because this tied back into what he was talking about. Because what Jonathan is saying makes a lot of sense because we remember like how it used to be, and now these AEW people are being reconditioned to that model from 20 years ago.
And I wouldn't even watch the AEW pay-per-views if it wasn't for this.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so here's the other side, right? There's an entire generation that has no concept of pay-per-views. Did my phone system go out? No, it should be here. I don't know what happened with Adam. I think he dropped out. There's an entire generation of fans that have never ordered a pay-per-view.
Right.
And we're seeing the problem with that with AEW. Where AEW has a lot of backlash from fans that they don't understand how you could even charge $50 or $54, so $48 for a wrestling show because the WWE over the last 6 years has conditioned everybody into thinking this isn't how you do things. And you got to remember, 6 years ago, you would have been what, 20?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me answer this. Call, you're on the air. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Adam.
Oh, there you go. So
Adam.
you have a group, which is your demo, by the way, because you want the 18 to 34. You have that 18 to 34 has never once paid for a pay-per-view. So how do you go back to that? You can't. Cannot happen. So you need to come up with a better creative way to create that revenue. You know what way that is? By putting it on network TV and selling the crap out of those ads.
But to me, and play devil's advocate, if it goes on network TV, it makes it feel less special to me.
Why is that?
Commercials.
Something about
exactly. Adam has a great point. The Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I guess I'm used to the Super Bowl. But with WrestleMania,
conditioning.
I'm used to getting some friends together, We all like I have Super Bowl or pay-per-view parties for WrestleMania.
Yeah. So
compared,
here's how this looks. They want to become the Super Bowl at the end of the day, right? And your argument is something that has been said to them. But the NBA Finals, the World Series, the Stanley Cup playoffs, all these things are on network television. The freaking Olympics are on network television. So
the only thing I wouldn't like is if you put ads in there, then the show goes from 6 hours to 13 hours.
Yes. Well, it's already, it was 7.5 hours already. So they would have to figure out a way to make that work. I think what they can do, and I honestly feel that this is what the end result is going to be. The WrestleMania is going to be 2 nights going forward.
Yeah.
Night 1 on the network, or night 1 on broadcast television, night 2 only on the network. But now, how do you get...
Night where I get shit-faced with all my friends.
Yeah. Which night do you want to get shit-faced with all your friends?
Saturday.
Or whichever night has the better card.
Okay, so that's a great night, actually. That's phenomenal. Saturday. So here's where that problem now lies. So now you're going to have a stadium of 80,000 people, 75,000 people. You're going to get them in for night 1. How many of them are coming back for night 2, and how many of them are new fans for night 2?
Well, you sell the packages like that.
Going physically? If they're going physically, they're going to go both nights.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because Japan had a big problem the second night.
Why the hell not? You're there.
New Japan had a big
problem.
Well,
you're going to be exhausted.
Well,
yeah, but that's Japan, Andrew.
You're right, because Raw and SmackDown, they get all those same people, right after WrestleMania. No, I mean, it is. I've been told 500 different options. But the main thing I was told was they are planning on leaving the network in some capacity. They're going to have it on the network, but they're also going to be outside of the network. So, I don't know what the end result here is going to be. One, maybe they'll say, well, if you have a subscription to the network, then you could get it for $25. Or they're going to say, no, you got to go to ESPN and order it there, or you got to go to Fox and order it there, or you got to go on Fox TV. Regardless of what it is, they are looking to have this exposed to as many people as possible.
Right. Well, they have to figure out some sort of streaming thing, like on Fight or something, because I don't have cable. I have no pay-per-view provider, so it's either some sort of streaming service or nothing.
No, that's what the ESPN Plus subscription's for, right? That's why they push that.
Mm.
Well, then let me ask you, how do they do commercials? Because that would be the revenue source, but how do you do commercials? Because you can't do it like SmackDown and Raw, because then us as the viewer at home is missing a big portion of a match.
Well, here's how, and I actually asked that same exact question to them, to the person I was talking to, not like Vince on a conference call by saying them.
Nah, Bruce from Connecticut.
Bruce from Connecticut, yeah. How great was that, huh? Last week, last couple of weeks. Freaking guy called as Bruce from Connecticut, and Bruce actually showed up in Connecticut on the toilet. So you gotta.
I still try to get that video.
The audio. I'll send you the raw. You know what I'm gonna do, MG Geek? Let me set you up with the FTP to the server with all the stuff in there. Remind me tomorrow, please. I gotta get John.
I gotta send MG Geek the song I made too.
You made a song?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember the Tiger King song I did of you and Rich?
Yeah, that's great.
Oh,
let's do it. So the revenue source on traditional TV would obviously be the ads. How they would do the ads is after every match, there would be a commercial break, fine. And then they would have a lot of in-house ads. So they would have, not in-house, I'm sorry, in-programming ads. So they would have sponsored, that apron is their most valuable spot. And they refuse to monetize that apron. They refuse. They will not do it. Which is fine, but you know what? If they're on a network and they have the possibility of making $100 million on a show, they will put whatever it is on that network. I think
every one of those turnbuckles become a different sponsor.
Listen,
like the Crackle Barrel at
I'm giving you a great
AEW.
example. Yeah. I would if this is, and I'm not exaggerating this, if I had an opportunity to put a big giant sapphire logo during WrestleMania, you don't think I'm going to take that?
Absolutely, you would.
I'll do that $1 million
You're definitely
buy.
having
I
Hogan.
don't care.
You'd be like the Slim Jim, right?
You're definitely having Hogan rip off a sapphire shirt.
Oh my God, I would do, dude. We do sapphire ads on Catalyst Wrestling now, but it was Capital. I bought out that whole ring. I did the big sapphire mat. I did the sapphire turnbuckles. I have their TV title's called the Sapphire Television title. You know how valuable that is for me?
Yeah.
You're talking about I'm going to tell you how valuable that is. First of all, we're not talking tens of thousands of dollars, right? We're talking like a couple grand for a TV taping. We had a customer come in, a patron came in from the UK, and they said that they were visiting and they saw it on the Fight Network in the UK, and they saw Sapphire everywhere, so they looked it up, and they were coming to New York, so they came in. This guy spent about 15 G's.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Wow.
So I made all my money back.
For him.
So it just what?
So who was dancing
bottles.
for him?
A lot of bottles. A lot of bottles.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I was about to say that's one lucky lady.
I know a lot of well, the cocktail waitress made out, but you got to look at how valuable of a placement that is for a company. You know, at the end of the day, this is their end goal. They want to make as much money as possible. As a consumer, yeah, of course I don't want to pay more. I get it. I don't want to pay $40, $50, but as a company, they made a big mistake. If I was running, I would never have taken those major pay-per-views off. At least WrestleMania. WrestleMania is your property. That is that's your golden goose. Your golden egg, I should say.
If they set it up in such a way where you could have your normal subscription and then do like prepay for Mania, $20, $30.
Yeah, we were just discussing that.
Yeah, I don't. They're looking at every every possible option, Adam, that we could possibly come up with has been presented. They don't know what they want to do. They don't know.
Eric in Facebook, or not Facebook, I'm sorry. Eric in the YouTube chat has a good. He's like Mania on the network, free for $9.99, and you get it. You get it simultaneously. There'll be commercials if you watch it on an actual network.
They won't do it. No network would agree to that.
I know it, but I think that's a jumping off point to where we could go, right? To where maybe we could get somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know, man. They're gonna come up with something. I don't know. And the other option is what happened. Here's a good question. What happened to all the conversation regarding having Evolve on the network, having possibly Ring of Honor or Impact or all these other companies, Progress, ICW, all these companies that they were possibly coming up with? What happened to this?
You know what I think happened? My theory is that when AEW came along, I think AEW took all the talent that they wanted to showcase on those independent platforms, so they lost the flavor. There's no reason to show them because they're on AEW.
I think, you know what I think it was? I think that definitely plays a part. Their priority changed. I got a mosquito bite on my shoulder. Their priority changed as a company, but also
hopefully it's not cancer from that tan.
I know, dude. Well, you don't like the tan
or potato?
I'm just saying, you look like a Funko Pop,
dude. It's a great color, dude. And you know what's funny? I haven't tanned in like 4 days. I got to go out and lay out.
You look like you're trying to make podcasts great again.
I am trying to make podcasting great again. Every day, I'm trying to make podcasting great again.
Dude,
by the way, if you want that shirt, 110parkside.com.
You have that one?
Yeah.
What is it? 110?
110parkside.com/shop.
All right, let me see the shirt. Let's see. 110parkside.com/shop. I got to see this. Let's give it a little plug.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on one of the last pages. Older design.
All right, let's see this.
But okay, MG Geek. Back to WrestleMania while Andrew figures that out.
Yeah.
Okay,
is it in the font? It's on the last page, you said?
Yeah, I can even send you the link to make it
Send me
easier
the
for you
link.
if you
Yeah,
want to talk.
send me
Keep
the link.
talking.
Yeah, send me a link. Go ahead.
Because if it's
MTG.
cool, I'm like, Andrew, buy me a shirt. No, I wouldn't. No, so yeah, Mania on. I just think that they need to stop. At some point, we need to like figure out something where we're going. Even if that's the only pay per view we pay for,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, they're gonna do something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but they're gonna do something.
So, because
Well, would you pay one price for 2 nights of Mania, or would you have to pay for them separately?
well, I'm guessing you'd have to pay for them separately, but if they do that, then they better be smart about it and not be stupid. But I can see them doing. I can literally see them doing like $59 a month for both.
Or they'd
really
say this: we can't go backwards. It's gonna hurt us even more. Let's just continue doing what we're doing. By the way, the first tier,
what they might do.
2 years ago, we spoke about the tiered plan that they have. Right? It was 3 tiers. That was their plan. We just got tier 1 and 2. There's a 3rd tier coming out. I was told September, post summer.
You know what we got? We got tier 1 in 2014. We just got tier 0.
Well,
yeah, free.
Yeah, we got tier 0.
Tier 0.
But tier 1 is free. That's tier 1.
Right.
Tier 2 now is what we currently have. So what are you going to add for the 3rd tier to bump this up to about $15 a month?
$15 would be fine with me.
No, me too. Totally fine with me. But what are you getting?
Well, I better get fucking Mania for $15.
Well, that's not part of the plan. So they have to.
I need
give you
Legends
something
House.
else. You want another season of Legends House?
So
yeah, for $15.
So I get.
I
what
also
Adam is
DM'd you
saying.
on Twitter.
Perfect.
So Adam is saying, what Adam is saying is, what if I pay more money? What else am I getting to get me to that Mania level? So if they say, okay, so if I had, is there a tier where if I pay $25 a month, is that when the Mania is included, or is that never going to be included?
Because if I have to pay more money for less stuff, that's going to piss me off. I'll just say fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's a tipping point there where, you're just going to F the whole thing.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I'm ordering the shirt.
Awesome.
Nice.
Ordering it right now as we speak. Let's do this. And then I got to wrap it up. It's way too hot so far.
Jonathan, I followed you on Twitter. On my Fight Forever account. So.
Got it. That was you. Okay.
Yep.
All right,
Andrew,
done.
Did you use that shirt specifically to show your pecs?
This one? Hold on.
Ooh, look at the dance.
Oh, Jesus. Andrew loves to flex his boobies.
Can you do how much for a Patreon exclusive of a picture of you go tanning for 2 weeks with Matt Men on your chest, and then you take the stickers off?
Oh my God.
So you're tan.
I want to see you in a Matt Men banana hammock.
A banana hammock? You know what? Get it and I'll put it on. That'll be on my OnlyFans.
Oh, Jesus.
Right.
Hold on. Did I order this? Create an account. Hold on. Let me do this. I have read the consent to this. Place the order. There we go.
Let's see. I'll let you.
Are you shipping it or you got a shipping company?
So it comes from. We have a company. I use
good.
Printful.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Hold on.
There you go. I just got your order.
Yeah, there you go.
Got it. We'll see we'll see if you get the shirt before I get my cup.
That's oh my God! I gotta send you a fucking cup. Oh shit! Why didn't you remind me, dude?
Because
no, please, dude. I'm gonna tell all of you something. I have a terrible short-term memory. It's from all the concussions I've gotten. I remember everything from the 90s. My entire memory of the 90s exists. Every moment of the 90s. I could talk about X-Files episodes that I had seen when I was like 8. I could sit there and tell you what I was doing that day. I have this bizarre photogenic memory of
you remember all the bad
Depeche
Mode songs then.
Bad, good, everything. I cannot fucking remember anything that we spoke about last week. So if I promise you something, hound me and tell me. Because I need to know. All right, let's see. What are we doing?
Promise me $1,000.
I'll mail it to you. How about that?
Got it.
All right, guys. Adam, thank you for calling, man.
Right.
Uploads a pleasure.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man. I'll see you. Have a good night.
Before you go, Andrew.
Yes.
Was there any update on the call-in show that you and Rich are planning?
Yes. I got to talk to him about the day. I think this week we'll do it. I think this is going to be one of my final weeks of having this open schedule here in New York.
Oh boy.
I think a lot of people are headed back to work, and I got to get ready to open up 3 clubs here in the city with everything happening. So I'm going to do as much as I can this week. I think maybe we could do something on Saturday. I don't know. I'll talk to him this week, but definitely we're doing the Angels Area show on Thursday, Free For All on Friday. And obviously Matt Men on Thursday and What the Tech on Thursday and everything else.
Oh my God.
You got it. Hopefully I get notifications so I can remember.
So you want to tell me, Andrew, I got to tell you something stupid. I just got a notification.
that I'm live?
So Michigan is opening bars tomorrow.
Wow.
My local bar is opening in 2 hours.
All right.
At midnight?
For an hour and a half.
Are you headed there?
No, but I just think it's funny.
That's great. You know what? I would too. You got to make all that money, man. Make as much money as you can right now. Guys,
yeah, me and my buddy for the podcast are talking about doing a live show the second LA opens up.
Dude, the second LA opens up, I'm headed there. I'm coming to LA. I've debated getting the flights almost every week. I got to go to LA and I got to go to Vegas.
Well, let me know. Nice. We'll get some. I can meet you in either one. I just got a hybrid car, so a drive to Vegas won't be bad for me.
Awesome. I'll keep you posted, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, guys.
Gabagool.
We'll have gabagool together. All right, guys. I'll see you all next time. Take care.
All right. Bye.
That was awesome. Thanks, guys.